Hello everyone. Hello Mr. Draculum. First and first, Martin and Nick is here. Jennifer Rooney. That gay vegan. Hello, hello. So it's if your username appears green, it's more difficult to read. Sunny. I was not expecting it to be this sunny. So I'm gonna have to oil up. Give me 1 second. How is everybody doing? Grand Rising. Okay. Screen, give me 1 second. Yeah, it's so weird, huh? My screen is behaving really weird. So just now I saw the light, the luminosity, the brightness of the screen go from normal to dim. And when I looked at the brightness now settings, it's on highest. So yeah, again, need to change my phone at some point. We'll do it. We just gotta wait 1 more month. One more, maybe 1.5. That's it. And then we'll do it. Doing well, having lunch, going to hiking with my dad in half an hour. That's awesome. So I won't be able to hang around for the whole stream. That's cool. Hello, Draculum. Nice to see you here. Jake Lagatare. Just gonna be oiling up in a second, and then we'll start this. Maybe meanwhile, while I oil up, I'm gonna put this one here. I hope you guys can hear me okay so far. Put this here so I can talk to you guys while I'm oiling up. I look as if I'm looking into a box when I'm doing this, huh? Today is also Vegan Future Amsterdam. There's gonna be a lot of activists. Hey, how you doing?
Actually, at the same location as usual?
Yeah. I think in front of Moko. Wait, are you gonna go there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you.
Can I help you something?
This is for Lodovac.
Oh, okay.
Because he wants to do the.
The virtual reality.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Wait, maybe I should set it up for him. Oh, yes.
You can do that, yeah.
Yeah. It's such a warm day today, huh? Are you excited for a little bit of outreach? I was just telling people that you guys are gonna do outreach on the other side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the first time was great.
gonna catch a lot of people.
So I really like the approach, really like the ideas, so yeah.
Can you describe a little bit of how that approach is?
Sorry?
You wanna come here and tell people about the approach?
No, not really.
Not really. It's okay. Okay. Let me see. Give me a second. So everybody, I also have to set this up. Okay.
Hi, Aniga.
That's it. She just has to put it on.
Okay, see you there.
See you there. Cheers. Only 29 there? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. 29 is pretty good. Well, wait a minute. 29 is a lot. It's much nicer here. To start with, how many more animals new approach? What do you mean? Can you remind me what that would be like, Kuka, please? I'm sorry. This is a slow start. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to. I'm sure nobody came in here to see me oil up, but hello. The final question at the beginning. Hey, Chip. Hello, lovely people. Hello, Keisha. Okay, I'm all oiled up. I don't know if I can start with that. People will not know what that means. You know, I gotta ease into it. I can't just start with that. I can add it further. I can add it more towards the beginning. I'll do that. But Otherwise, people won't know what the hell I'm talking about, you know? Okay, we're all set up. I'm ready. Gonna be doing some experiments. I wish I could tell you guys about it yesterday, but I can't tell you anything. But when the video comes out, we will watch it together and I'll tell you a couple of stories. Aladdin said stupidity at the topest level, at the top level. Who are you describing there, Aladdin? Are you describing the people who don't follow science or critical thinking? Because I would agree with you on that one. I wouldn't call it at the top level though. I would say stupidity at the top level is somebody who is aware of their cognitive biases or their lack of critical thinking or the fallacies within their logic, but they choose to ignore them. I would say that's more stupid. Oh, you described somebody you don't like, and they're stupid because you don't like that. Gotcha. I mean, that's not a bigoted view. Of course not. Don't let anybody tell you that that's a bigoted view. It is very much a bigoted view. Want to try a social experiment? Hello, Benji. Hello, Suzanne. Gay is a good thing. Gay means jolly and carefree. Gay is a good thing, I agree. Fancy wearing a kid's hat. What makes it the kid's hat? It's made for adults, clearly, the size of the cranium, huh? And the size of the hat, but you know. You guys want to try a social experiment? Tell people what you want, believe what you want. I don't really mind. I don't really care. The amount of hate that I get, it would be insane for me to get upset over a little person coming in here and saying something about myself without even knowing me, like just passing judgment because they want to. You want to try a social experiment? It's not a lot of people, huh? Not a lot of people today on the street. Let's see how that goes. Don't discriminate against children with big heads, says Benji. Funny beat, Benji. You're right, Benji. There are children with big heads. But I have a big head as an adult, so I would say I was a child with a big head also. You guys want to try a social experiment? Yesterday, somebody in the gym recognized me, and they're like, "Oh, you're that guy that sits on the street and talks to people." And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Did you listen to any of my message?" I asked him, and he's like, "No, but I've seen you. I scroll by, and I always see you, and I'm always curious." And he was rooting for me, so that's at least good. Comparing dog with a cow, what a stupid people. Yeah, how dare we compare one animal with another? Imagine that. That's the stupid part. Not the claim that they're uncomparable. No. The stupid part is comparing them, comparing two animals who walk on four legs, who are mammals, who produce milk, who we have selectively bred. Sure. The comparisons. You can't really make comparisons, can you? Hello, Pepe Silvia. Imagine that. You will keep repeating the questions they already answer. Yeah. Aladdin G. Be careful, Benji. Don't waste your time with this person. This person is clearly very triggered. You guys want to try a social experiment?
Why not?
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel? You want to come here so that you're in view?
Yes.
What's your name?
Nico.
Nico, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Where are you from, Nico?
I'm from. I was born in Germany, but I grew up in Brazil.
Oh, nice. Oh, so do you live in Germany now?
Yes.
That's cool. I'm Chip. I live here in Netherlands. I'm from Romania, so I guess I grew up in Romania, but I live in Netherlands now. So I'm an animal rights activist. How do you feel about animals?
Pretty empathic.
pretty empathic.
Yeah.
Do you think animals deserve rights?
Yes, for sure.
Can I ask what rights do you think they deserve?
Couldn't really say which rights for certain, but it's something me and my girlfriend were talking about the other day, that there were some fines being given to people that mistreated, for example, horses, that were way lesser than fines for mistreating dogs, for example.
Yeah.
Like people would, I don't know, in Brazil at least,
Is that fair?
it's not fair at all. A guy, like, literally, I don't know how raw the stuff can be said here, but the guy chopped off the horse's legs and he got 3 months fined.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and that just shouldn't be.
Was the horse dead when he did that?
Nope, it was alive.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's insane. So what would you call mistreatment, by the way? Like, I understand this form of physical harm is pretty clearly mistreating,
Yeah.
but like, do you think killing an animal is mistreatment? Do you think emotionally abusing them is mistreatment?
A lot of stuff could
Yeah.
be. I don't know, like keeping your animal trapped in an apartment as well, like in a
Yeah.
way smaller space than would be fine for them. You know,
Yeah.
having a big dog in a small place, that's mistreatment as
That's
well.
mistreatment, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think killing them is also mistreatment?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think emotionally abusing them is mistreatment?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you think kicking them is mistreatment?
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. So we agree on that one. I like that. Okay. Do you think that we should not mistreat any animals, right?
yeah.
So obviously cats and dogs, almost everybody agrees, right, as you said just now. But we do have this double standard because there's these animals that we often forget about, like cows, chicken, pigs, sheep. Do you
Yeah.
think we should mistreat them?
No.
No, we shouldn't. But do you think that we do?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, yeah. Do you think there's any way to farm any of these animals without mistreating them?
That's another talk we had a couple of days
Yeah.
ago as well, where they were raising beef inside of a lab
Yeah.
with like stem cells from cows as well, and that's a whole nother
Jesus.
thing. Like, but I mean, there's no cow actually being harmed. It's just a beef.
But there's a lamb being harmed.
No. It's a beef being grown inside of a laboratory.
Ah, in
Like
laboratory.
they're
Oh, I thought
growing
you
a
said lamb.
piece-
I thought you said lamb.
No. They're growing
No,
a
that's
piece
fine.
of
That's fine.
beef inside of a
Yeah,
lab.
yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
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 But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so if there's no way to not mistreat animals while farming them, do you think we should continue supporting farming?
Not at all.
Not at all. Do you, and I'm not judging here, do you by any chance do pay for animals to be farmed in the form of maybe buying animal products?
We try and not eat meat. We both, me and my girlfriend, haven't gone the ways of veganism as well
Yeah,
yet,
yeah,
because I think it's a whole having to change your lifestyle,
yeah.
but should be endorsed.
What kind of lifestyle do you think it requires you to change? Because it seems to me like your values are in line with veganism, but your actions aren't, right? Like you're saying we should be respecting animals, but then you're paying for animals to be farmed. You're saying farming animals is bad, but then you're paying for it to happen. So it doesn't seem to me like it's a lifestyle change necessarily. It's just your true values need to come out and your actions need to align with them, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we stopped eating meat, but as I said, like veganism.
For this reason, why did you stop eating it?
Yeah, just for that. I don't think it has like the individual not eating meat. I don't think it has that big of an impact in the environment, for sure. I mean, it's not me not eating meat that's gonna solve the whole problem, you know.
The climate crisis?
Yeah, it's I
No,
don't
but
know.
I'm talking about animal rights, not necessarily the climate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it should be on an individual basis. Like you should pay attention to which products you buy.
Yeah.
But if the vegan products and all the bio products, if they're more expensive than the regular ones, then you don't see the emotional connection between seeing the word vegan written on there and thinking of an animal getting hurt, you know?
Yeah.
The same way you don't have this emotional connection with the beef chopped up in the market and a cow. You know, if you were to
There's
pet a
obviously a
cow,
disconnect, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's by intentional, right? It's not your fault. It's because these industries, they intentionally make it this way so that, you know, they keep us as disconnected as possible from the process or everything. But take, for instance, I'm assuming you consume some form of dairy products, maybe cheese, maybe milk or stuff like that. Do you know what cows go through for milk?
No.
So let's just go through this. A lot of people don't know. I also didn't know, and I think it's important for more people to know. So why do you think cows produce milk?
I'm sorry.
Why do you think cows produce milk, like biologically?
For their babies.
For their babies, exactly. That's where you're already smarter than I was. I didn't even realize that. I thought they just eat grass and produce milk. You're smarter than me already. So yeah, the cows produce milk for their babies indeed. So they have to be pregnant. Who do you think gets them pregnant? Do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
I think they impregnate the cows on purpose just for the milk, and then take
Yeah.
the babies away and impregnate them again.
Yeah. Do you know why they take the babies away?
I read about it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, so it's because if the babies stay with the mother, then they would drink the milk, and farmers would have to take less milk or not enough for them to sell. So they separate the baby, they take the milk, and maybe they feed some of it back, but most of the times they just feed the formula to the baby, and the baby stays separated from the mother until they grow up. That is if they're a female. If they're a male, what do you think happens to them?
Death.
Yeah, that's where veal comes from, right? So veal actually comes from the dairy industry. So if you don't like the idea of animals being killed for you, then eating dairy products obviously means you're going to be creating veal, because that's just how it goes, right? It's a product of the industry. And if the baby's female, as we said, they'll grow up, and when they're fertile, when they can be impregnated, they start getting impregnated every year, repeatedly. Every year they suffer the same fate as their mothers. They have their babies taken away from them, milk exploited for their milk. And around the age of 6 to 8, after obviously 6 to 8 repeated impregnations, they kill them also. Do you know why they kill them at that age? Because cows can live 24 years, right? So they kill them at a third of their lifespan. Why do you think that they do that?
Produce less milk.
That's one cause, yeah, that's true. Because they produce less milk, or because they can't get them pregnant. Isn't this extremely fucked up? Do you think any of this is respecting the rights of animals?
No, not at all.
Not at all. And do you think that you as an individual, if you buy these products, you have some form of responsibility in this matter?
Yes, but if vegan stuff it's what I said in the beginning. If vegan products are way more expensive than the animal-based ones, I don't think you can expect people with lesser income to actually choose vegan products, you know?
Sure, but let me ask you this. So let's say vegan cheese is more expensive than cow-made cheese, right?
Yeah.
But you don't need any form of cheese, right? So you don't have to have cheese in that scenario. So if your money doesn't allow you to have vegan cheese, then maybe you shouldn't have cheese at all, right? That's how I see it. And like, there's been studies showing that in Western Europe and UK, Australia, and US and Canada, like basically the Anglo-Saxon countries and this whole group of countries, being on a plant-based diet can be up to 30% cheaper. I also can attest that it's been cheaper for me. I earn less money nowadays. Inflation has been up, and I still spend less money. We tend to think of a plant-based diet as more expensive because we look at these plant-based meats, plant-based cheeses, and we see them as expensive. And a lot of the times they are. I agree with you. It's just that you may have those once or twice a week. Like I personally, that's how I do it. Or I only have them when they're discounted. And but most of the time, if you want to live healthy anyway, you're going to probably have like a whole food plant-based diet, which contain the cheapest ingredients in the supermarkets, like lentils, beans, chickpeas, pasta, rice, tofu, tempeh. All of these are very cheap in almost everywhere. I have yet to see a place where this could be expensive.
Yeah.
So let me put it this way: if I give you resources to help you adopt a plant-based diet, how many more animals would you want to be exploited and killed for you or on your behalf from now on?
No, none.
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 None. So that would imply being a vegan or adopting a plant-based diet going from now on, right?
For sure, but I also think that it's just, I mean, it's two ways, you know. It's either making vegan or non like animal-based stuff less expensive,
Yeah.
or as you said, not consuming them,
Yeah.
choosing to eat something else.
Yeah.
But I also think thinking of that stuff requires education and actually thinking about those stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you're just a person who lives through life, doesn't get a lot of money,
Yeah.
it's hard to start thinking of those things just like on yourself. You know?
Yeah.
You wake up at some day and you start feeling empathic about cows.
That's why I'm here on the street, because you're right. A lot of people don't think about it, and we live in a system that, as I said, intentionally isolates us from thinking about it. So I don't blame the people. I blame society for what it is. But
Much.
now that you know about it, I think you have a bit more of responsibility. And we cannot evade the responsibilities we have by saying that others people can't do it, right? Like I agree with you that there might be people on this planet who it could be difficult to be vegan for reasons. Maybe they don't have access to information. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't even know what it is or how to do it.
Yeah.
Regardless, if that's not your situation, then you shouldn't, right, compare it to
I
them,
agree.
because you can do better, and that would already, like, if you say right now you're a vegetarian, let's say, and uh, you would turn vegan, you could save, I don't know, between 50 and 100 animals each year. So that would still be a lot of animals, right? I'll give you this card. If you scan this QR code, there's a thing there called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day, and they help you go vegan for free.
Nice.
Okay?
Yep, yep, yep. Well, was a nice talk.
No more animals exploited. Okay?
Yes.
You seem like you seem like a smart guy. I like that. And I don't get to meet a lot. I speak to a lot of people, and maybe 10% of people are smart and open-minded like you. You have more of a responsibility. You gotta understand that, okay? Because if the smart and open-minded people can't drive the change, who can, right?
Yep.
Appreciate you, man. What was your name again?
Nico.
Nico. I'm Chip. Nico.
Thank you.
Have a
Chip.
good one, okay? Cheers. You also have my YouTube channel if you ever want to listen to the conversation, man. Yeah. Cheers. Bye. It's a good conversation, huh? Got to do it twice. It's so nice. Got to do it twice. Who's turning 53? Not turning 53, Benji. I don't know if you were talking about me though. Wanna try a social experiment? Man, a bald head always makes you look old. I mean, I've been bald since I was 23, man. I started losing my hair at 18. No, I started losing my hair. Well, I started losing it at 18, but around the age of 21, I lost a lot of hair, and up until like 25. So I don't know what's that supposed to mean. I was eating animal products almost every single day back then. So if you think I personally got bald because of it, then you are sadly mistaken. And we have plenty of evidence against it. Dr. Gregor, you say? Yeah, that's the thing. Most people don't even realize just how of a ridiculous claim is to say that you can cure baldness with your diet. That's such a pseudoscientific thing to say, huh? Baldness is most of the time hereditary. That's what causes most of the baldness, right? It's alopecia, right? It's male pattern baldness. You just get it through your genes. Nothing you can do about it. Why do you keep popping up every time I work out? Why not? I work out too. Why not? Maybe you should work out and afterwards go home, take a vegan protein smoothie, reject animal exploitation, and build muscles the ethical way. But certain deficiencies causes a loss of hair. Deficiencies that cause the loss of hair are also deficiencies that when they're solved, that when you take a vitamin, your hair grows back. Deficiencies, I don't even know which deficiencies could cause a loss of hair unless they're pretty severe. It's generally that deficiencies are felt way sooner than they reach, I don't know, maybe your skin or... You guys want to try a social experiment? Or your hair or anything like that, your hair follicles. But yeah, testosterone is the one that causes a lot of hair loss. And I think I might have a bit of a higher testosterone than most people because I tend to build muscle easy. I also, when I got it checked, my doctor was impressed. So what can I say?
Don't know how much to give for a show like this, that's okay. I can help. If you really like my show, I can
Too much of anything is bad. Even water. Exactly.
don't have money
But you know, we can talk health all day. At the end of the day, we know two facts to be true. One, you can be healthy by eating animal products, and two, you can be healthy without eating animal products. The difference between the two is not just a simple choice that you get to make, but rather that on the other side of those choices, you can either create innocent victims, innocent animals who are exploited and slaughtered for you, or not. That's the difference between these two choices. In my personal opinion, I choose to not create victims. And I think if you choose to create victims, if you choose to create victims out of these animals, out of exploiting animals, then in order to be morally consistent, you should have no problem exploiting humans, exploiting cats and dogs, and all that kind of stuff. You guys want to try a social experiment? Otherwise, you would be morally inconsistent, so yeah. This is the result of a silver spoon. I don't know what you mean, man. Far from a silver spoon myself. Hey, Marian. Good luck. Another activist. Mr. Lodewijk. I gave the VR to
Robin?
yeah, to Robin.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Are you live or?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay.
just sitting here. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. It's nice weather.
Nice weather, yeah. Perfect.
Like
You guys
what
want to
we
try a social experiment? Oh, okay. I'll try the social experiment.
Cool.
See you soon. I'll come there later.
Hello,
Hi. How old are you?
I'm 16 years
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
What?
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
No, I don't think so.
Is it okay if he comes on my YouTube channel? Because I need some informed consent. You're gonna come here? So
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Sagu. Sayagu.
Sayagu.
Yeah,
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Sayagu.
to meet you.
Where are you from? That's an interesting name.
I'm from Spain.
Spain. Okay, okay. So Sayagu, I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
I like them. I like them.
You like them? Do you think animals deserve rights?
Yeah, I think they deserve rights. Like they're alive like us. They deserve rights as well. We got rights. They deserve rights too.
Yeah. Do you think they deserve the right to not be exploited and killed by us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they deserve that right.
They deserve that right because we also deserve that right. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Do you think that animal agriculture or farming of animals involves exploitation and killing of animals?
Well, it depends, but in most of the cases, yeah.
Do you think there's any situation when farming an animal involves not exploiting an animal?
Well, I don't really know much about farming, but I've seen some stuff sometimes, and yeah, sometimes they exploit them a lot, the animals.
Is there any situation when they don't?
Probably one of the few situations where they are not exploited when they just let them walk around the mountains and stuff.
Do they still not exploit them then? Is it still not using them? And when they can no longer use them, they kill them?
I don't know.
They usually do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Also in those situations, yeah. That's okay. That's okay if you don't know. So do you think that us as the moral beings that we are, as the individuals who are making choices, do you think we can choose to buy an animal product, which inherently means we're paying for animals
the
to be
exploitation.
exploited? Yeah. When
Yeah.
we can always choose not to. Do you think if we're doing that, are we acting morally?
Yeah, I think we are acting towards that if we pay for a product that has involved animal exploitation.
Yeah. So is that moral or is that immoral if we do that?
It's immoral.
It's immoral, yeah. Do you, and I'm not judging here, do you do that?
Well, I do sometimes buy products like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know that you can choose other options?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, like, what do you understand this, like, did you know about this perspective before, that when you buy an animal product, you pay for exploitation, or?
I knew.
Yeah, so if you knew, what is making you make these decisions knowingly, if you also consider them immoral yourself?
Well, probably that I haven't really looked much into it, but
Yeah.
if I look much into it, I would surely pick other options that
Yeah.
are more moral.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what would you call a person that chooses to never exploit an animal?
Um, I don't know what I would call them, but I mean, they are against animal exploitation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a vegan. A vegan. Are you against animal exploitation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should be vegan then, right? So from now on, how many? Well, actually, wait. Before that, let me ask you this, because there's this one thing. For example, cows that produce milk, right? The dairy cows. We imagine the situation that dairy cows, and I was in this position myself, right? We imagine that cows live on a green field and a lot of nice farms, as we call it. They give some milk, we take the milk, and we have this symbiotic relationship with them, right? That's kind of how we imagine it. But that's pretty far from the truth. And that's what I want to tell you also today, and then
All right.
I'll let you go. So, why do you think cows, like, what's the biological reason that cows produce milk?
Um, I'm not really good at biology.
That's okay. That's okay. So it's they produce milk for their babies, right?
Yeah.
Just like a
I was
female
thinking
woman.
of that, but just think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's okay. That's okay. You know, I personally thought up until the age of 30 that cows produce milk because they eat grass and they produce milk, but
Yeah.
no, they don't. They don't. They have to have babies to produce milk. So who do you think gets them pregnant? Do you think they become pregnant when they want to, or do you think the farmer decides to get
The
them?
farmer decides
Yeah.
that.
And in my opinion, that's already bad. How do you feel about the idea of impregnating animals?
I mean, it should be up to the animals, not to the farmer. Like they are deciding for them.
Completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Yeah. And when the babies are born, what they do is they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
Um, I mean, I know they do that, but I don't know the reason.
Yeah. So they separate them from their mothers because if they stay with their mothers, they drink the milk,
Yeah.
and farmers need to take as much milk as they want from
They
the
need to
from the
take as
cows.
much milk as they can from the cow.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. If the baby is born male, what do you think happens to them? They don't produce any milk. So what do you think farmers do to them?
They sell them, they exploit them.
They sell them or they kill them.
Yeah,
That's
they
where,
kill them.
Yeah, that's where veal comes from. And if the baby is born female, well, they keep them separate from their mother until they reach adulthood, and then
They
uh,
make them.
and then they impregnate them every year, milk them as you said, take their babies away, same as their mother, right? And every year, repeatedly up until the age of 6 or 8. Do you know at that age they kill them? Do you know why they kill them at that age? Cows can live
Because at
3
that
times
age
longer.
they stop producing milk.
They either stop producing milk or they can't get them pregnant anymore. You're smart. I like that about you. Yeah. Do you think any of these things that I described, which is by the way standard practice in all of dairy production, do you think any of this is respecting the animals' rights?
No,
Do you think we should be doing this to animals?
no.
Okay. And here comes the hard questions. Okay. Do you think you have some form of responsibility in the matter for this?
I have some sort of responsibility in some way because it's up to me to buy the products to keep fomenting that.
Exactly, exactly. You're so smart. I like that. Okay, so, and here's the final and hard question. How many more animals should go through this process for you from now on?
None.
Exploited? None?
None.
I appreciate it. That would mean going vegan. Let me give you a card before you go.
All right.
Ciao, ciao. So, if you scan this QR code, there's two documentaries there. One called Dominion, and the other, the most important speech you'll ever hear. Can you
Alright.
promise me you'll watch one of these two?
I watch them both.
You watch them both?
Yeah.
Okay, I
I have a
appreciate
lot
you.
of
If you
freedom.
can't watch Dominion, watch the most important speech. A lot of people, I couldn't watch it myself, but the other one is just as good. Okay.
All right.
You have my YouTube channel there, and you also have
And
help.
your Instagram too.
Yeah.
for what I see.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
And you also have help there if you need to how to adopt a plant-based diet or anything like that. But nowadays we have ChatGPT, we have Google. It's much
Yeah.
easier than other days. I appreciate you so much, man. Have a good
Thank you.
one. And no more animal exploitation, right?
no
what
more
we want.
animal exploitation.
You're awesome.
See ya.
Cheers. Bye. You raised a really good child. I like that. That's a very smart one. Have a good one.
I'm Sophia. We saw each other maybe a few times already, also
Hi.
on the RAF and other events. So me and also Veronica thought to join this reach out. I didn't know it's like how anonymous is it, but I have a other black shirt too. Maybe I can change.
Do you know Vegan Future Amsterdam?
Yes, you're not doing that. There's someone
they're there. They're over
Oh,
there in
there
front of
more.
Mocha Museum. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
They'll be
alright.
they'll be good. I'll come also there later. But yeah, they're
okay,
there.
see you there
Yeah,
then.
see you there. Cheers. That was a great conversation, says Has Vegan. Yeah, another activist. A lot of cool activists we're gonna have today, everybody. We're gonna be doing a lot of cool work today. Good day to do work. Good day to speak up. Good day to be fair. Good day to be civil. Yeah, great conversations. Uh, the thing about it is that, you know, yesterday I was obviously surrounded by non-vegans. They weren't bad people. It's just a lot of people don't really know about anything that they're supporting. A lot of people don't really realize just how easy it is to be vegan these days. And you know, after sitting with them, I realized that sometimes the approach does need to be a bit more, I don't know, more towards, hey, understanding also on the other side. It's not always easy, is it? And sometimes people they come really fists up, want to fight me for. You guys want to try a social experiment? Just to prove a point, instead of actually listening to the arguments, and that's when we usually get into these nonsense conversations. But I urge you guys, if you ever do have conversations with people, to keep in mind that they're not maybe bad and there may not be any bad intent there. They just might not realize what they're doing. You know, a little bit of ignorance mixed a little bit of apathy mixed with a little bit of, you know, reluctance to change, with a little bit of maybe their life is difficult in other situations and it makes it difficult for them to even think about how to change. You guys want to try a social experiment? So yeah.
Well, I think that's a little bit more like.
You want to try a social experiment?
Would love to be running out of time.
Thank you. No worries. Do a vegan flip. I can't do a flip. I should learn. I think maybe my thing for next year is handstand, flip, you know, all the calisthenic stuff. You guys want to try a social experiment?
Are you a comedian?
No. No, I'm just asking you some questions, get you to think a little bit. You asked me if I'm a comedian. I guess I look like a comedian from, Good that you're a vegan. I prefer your way of thinking of not killing animals, but why do you have to promote your view? Brits TV, I'm not promoting my view. Just let's just be clear on this one. I'm not here telling people how to live their life. I could not care less about how people live their life. The only problem that I have is when people choose to live their life in a way that harms, that exploits, that sees others like objects. You want to try it?
No, I want to try. You were mentioning calisthenics, that's why I
Yeah.
came up again.
Are you doing calisthenics?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Do you want to talk about calisthenics or what?
No, it's not calisthenics. No, the conversation is about animals actually. But I was just saying that I want to start calisthenics next year because I'm a pretty big guy in the gym.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
do gym.
Yeah, I do gym.
So
yeah.
it's gonna be easy for you, like except for the mobility part.
Yeah,
Mobility part.
mobility is
like
the
you know,
suck.
like then on gym, like you have like sometimes you're struggling with a grip or something.
I don't have problems with grip. I also, I mean, I
some-
deadlift with bare hands. So
Some people do a lot of like
Yeah.
gripping issues because when they start holding or like floor, like just bending the wrists, and they saw like terrible injuries. So
Yeah.
I would advise you like to take care with those, like you can build like those muscles first.
no, I mean, for me, my main issue is with it is, well, obviously I don't know the techniques of muscle ups. I mean, pull-ups is quite easy, not that difficult. But the handstand is for me the issue. Like, I just have a problem with, I don't like the sensation of having my head upside down. I just not used to
You
that.
get used to it.
That's the
like,
thing, I gotta
you'll
get
gain
used to it.
confidence like step by
Yeah,
step.
yeah. I've been doing a lot of pike, like just pike stands.
Yeah.
And that's been getting me a little bit more used to it.
Well
But
done.
you know, it's not easy. You know.
Well done, like you have
One
you
step
are
at a
in good
time.
shape. You'll get
Yeah,
there fast.
yeah.
Cheers.
You want to talk about animals with me?
So we have a flight. So how long does it take? We have 5 minutes.
We can do 5 minutes. We can do 5
minutes.
minutes. What's your dog's name?
This is Bernie.
This is Bernie.
Yeah.
Okay. Bernie's a cutie. Hey,
right.
Bernie. Yeah, yeah. How do you feel about Bernie, huh? Do you like him?
I love him, yeah.
Do you love him? Hoop.
He's
Do
a
you
bit naughty sometimes, though. So.
Yeah. Do you think Bernie has a personality of his own different than other dogs?
I think his personality is very close to his breed. So he's
Close.
a golden doodle.
Yeah.
And I think this happy-go-lucky personality fits the breed. But of course, for me, he's unique.
He's unique, yeah. But I'm sure he also has things that maybe he likes or dislikes that are different from what other people like or dislike, right? Or other dogs.
I think he has his own like unique combination of traits,
Like
but I
wha-
don't think there's something like extremely specific about him.
What was his breed again?
So he's a golden doodle.
Golden Doodle.
So he's a big poodle, like a kid
Yeah.
poodle mixed with a golden retriever.
So do you think that if you got another Golden Doodle, he would be the same? He would be the same?
No, he of course not.
Of course
Bernie's
not.
unique.
Of course, he's unique. Do you think he's an individual behind those eyes? There's somebody who thinks, who feels?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Do you think this applies to all the animals, that maybe all the mammals, all the animals who behave in a certain way, who have personalities?
We were talking about it earlier. Sometimes I feel like with bigger dogs, you look at them and I feel like they look back.
Yeah.
Not just with this one, but like in general, bigger dogs. And sometimes I look like, for example, I love cute little dogs. I'm
Yeah.
nothing against small dogs, but like at toy poodles, I look at them and I'm like, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like I feel it's hard.
You don't feel the
connect.
connection, but even if you don't feel it, there is somebody there, right? Like
Yeah.
they have an emotions, they have thinking, they have all that process that we all have in our head as well. They're just not as smart as us, right? But they definitely have all that recursive process where they think, they feel, and they go through feel, think, need, continuously one after another, and they form a personality based on that. Maybe this I like, me this I don't like. So all animals have that. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell people, because I'm sure you care about, like you consider yourself as a person who cares about animals, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people forget about the animals that we put into slaughterhouses, the cows, the chickens, the pigs, the sheep.
Yeah.
They have exactly the same. They have personalities, they feel. Do you think it's fair that we send them to slaughterhouses?
I think I am not per se against eating animals, but I am against the concept of slaughterhouses and like how
Are
it
you against
happens.
eating dogs?
No, so I'm not, because I don't feel like it's just because my culture is like, oh, we don't eat dogs. I feel like it's super weird then to go say, oh, I think in China they eat dogs. To say like, oh, Chinese culture is wrong because they eat dogs because my culture is right.
Okay, let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
Are you against eating humans?
Am I against eating humans? Yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, it's cannibalism, no?
Yeah, but cannibalism is just a name we give it. That doesn't make it necessarily right or wrong, right? We know that cannibalism is bad because somebody told us that it is bad.
Yeah.
But the reason why cannibalism is bad is the same reason why eating other animals is bad.
So, but
Because
I
they're
mean-
an individual, right? Because killing an individual to eat them when we don't need to do it is bad, right?
Yeah.
So do you think we need to kill animals to eat them?
You got
I
a point. You gotta go now.
we gotta go. I find it really difficult because I was vegan for a very long time.
Yeah.
And
You're plant-based, not vegan. Because vegan means rejecting animal exploitation.
Yeah.
So you probably just did the diet, right? You probably just did the diet, as far as I understand, right?
I was very conscious also not to use.
Like leather and all this kind of
But
stuff.
yeah, I was in that. You're right. I was plant-based for a very long time.
Yeah.
But it was personally for my health. It was at that time not the best.
That's okay. So
Yeah.
there's
I
one
think
thing,
it's- we gotta
yeah.
go.
So there's one thing here that's called
Yeah.
Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day. All of it is free. They help
Okay.
you adopt a plant-based diet for free. So if you
Okay.
care about animals, if you don't want to force animals into slaughterhouses, much like your beautiful dog over here. What was his name again?
Bernie.
Bernie. Much like Bernie,
Yeah.
all of these animals are just other Bernies with different personalities, and all of them they just want to live and not be killed. That's all I'm saying. Let's
Fair
not do
enough.
that to them, okay?
Thank you
I
so
appreciate
much.
you.
Have
Have a
a good
good
day.
one.
Good luck with this. Thank you
And
for
keep in
doing
mind
this.
that every single time you buy it, one Bernie dies for you, okay?
Thank you so much.
Have a good one. Cheers. Hey, you want to try it?
Yeah.
Are you his parent?
Yeah.
Are you how old are you?
I'm 14, almost 15.
14. Is he okay being live on my YouTube channel? Are you okay being live on
Yeah.
my YouTube channel?
All right, if he wants
Okay.
it.
I'll
Are
do
you
that.
also okay with
No,
it?
I don't want
No, but I need some consent from an adult that he's okay to
No,
be on.
oh yeah, if he says it's okay with
You
me.
can come here. So
Okay.
what's your name?
My name is Oscar.
Oscar. I'm Chip. Oscar. Where are you from, Oscar?
I'm from the States,
From the state. We're from the States.
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin.
the
Nice.
cheese state.
The cheese state. Yeah. Well, interesting that you speak about cheese because that's kind of something I want to talk
Oh.
about. How do you feel about cheese?
I like cheese a lot.
You like cheese a lot?
Yeah.
Do you think that if you found out that cheese was made with exploiting and killing animals, would you still like it?
I mean, I'd still like it, but I mean, I don't know if I would still eat it as much.
You don't know if you still eat it as much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. You'd still like the taste of it, essentially,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So, I mean, cheese is made from milk, right? From
Yeah.
milk of cows. Why do you think cows produce milk?
To feed their children.
Exactly. Very smart. You're smarter than me. When I turned 30 before I found out. I just thought cows eat grass, and they turn it into milk. So, who do you think gets them pregnant? Because they have to have babies. Do you think they get pregnant when they want to on their own, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
IVF from farmers.
Yeah, it's not IVF. It's like the procedure. I won't describe this procedure to you
okay.
because you're very young. But yeah, the farmers get them pregnant, right? Which I don't think it's fair. Personally, I think we should respect their body autonomy. But let's move on. When the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
So then they can get the milk
Exactly.
without it going to the child.
Correct. Because if the baby stays there, they'll want to drink more milk, and the farmer needs to control how much milk they drink. If the baby is born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think farmers do to them?
Turn them into meat.
Yeah, that's where veal comes from. That's the babies are killed. Yeah, and if the baby is born female, every year they get impregnated, every year milked, every year baby is taken away from them, and they do this repeatedly up until the age of 6 or 8, at which point they also killed them. Cows can live 20, 40 years. Do you know why they kill them at that age?
So they don't use up food.
So that they don't feed them, it's true, but they kill them because they can't get them pregnant, and to keep them alive would mean exactly as you said, to feed them. So, is this something that you think every single animal going through this process? Do you think the cheese is worth every single animal going through this process?
I mean, it depends on what type of cheese it is. I think, like, if it's from like some like sketchy factory, then I don't think that it's worth it. But if it's from like some like local farm or something, the cows probably aren't as exploited.
Well, what I
And it
described,
might be.
what I described happens in small farms, large farms, everywhere. And of course, in factory farm settings, it can be even worse, right? They can have procedures where they dehorn the cows, where they brand them, they do all this kind of stuff. Some of them also are reminiscent in small farms. But regardless of small or large farms, I come from Romania. My grandmother had a cow in her backyard. So she had the smallest farm, essentially, just one cow. And she still did a variation of what I just described. So yeah, how do you feel about that then? Like, do you think it's worth us as humans doing this to animals when we have other alternatives, right? Because we can make cheese from plant-based dishes, we can make cheese from other sources.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's actually vegan, and I was vegan for a while. But like, the reason why I want to switch is because like whenever I go to restaurants and stuff, it's very hard to find like vegan stuff that like I like. It just kind of limits me. If everything could be made vegan, that'd be great, but everything isn't. So
I guess in US it's a little bit more difficult. Here in Amsterdam, almost every restaurant has a vegan option.
yeah.
But I get that. My sister lives in North Carolina. I went to a restaurant where they didn't have vegan options, and I was like surprised. But they did allow me to go outside, get somewhere, and come back so that I could sit with everybody else. But let me ask you, because you're right, that is a difficulty that you may face. But do you think that difficulty that you face is the same difficulty that the animals that go into slaughterhouses, or as we described, they get impregnated, babies taken away from them? Do you think which one do you think has it more difficult, you or them?
Cows.
The cows, yeah. And do you think when we do one of these actions in life in general, when we do an action, do you think we should judge just us or also what the victims are going through?
Both.
Both, right? Yeah. And when it comes to the victims having so much, having no choices, but we having choices, and our difficulty of choice would mean like if it's easy for us, they lose their life, they get exploited. But if it's difficult for us, they get to live. Which one do you think we should choose?
I think we should choose either like a slow like a conversion to like a conversion so that we can use up all like the cheese we currently have or something. We kind of just steadily replace like cheese with like vegan cheese or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the point is, do you think we should continue doing this to animals?
No.
No. No, exactly. And do you think that we as consumers who buy cheese, who buy all of these products, have some responsibility in the matter?
Yes.
Yeah, because if we buy it, the farmers keep doing it, right? It's a simple system that we created, right? Okay, so here's the difficult question, okay? And I appreciate you sticking with all of this. You seem like a smart guy. So, how many more animals from now on? I understand where you've been, but how many more animals from now on should be exploited, treated like objects, killed for you from now on, or in your name?
I don't know.
If there was a
Hopefully
number that you
zero.
could, hopefully zero, yeah. Exactly. Oscar, you're a smart person. Your dad is vegan, which is really cool. I hope you will also go vegan, or as you said, you was a little bit vegan. You'll be vegan again. By the way, veganism is not a diet. It's about respecting animals' rights.
Yeah.
The diet is just a consequence of it, because if I say I respect women, I can't kill women and eat them, can I? Right? Otherwise I wouldn't be respecting them. It's the same with animals. If we want to respect animals, we can't kill and eat them, because we have other options. And even if we go to a restaurant, it's a bit more difficult, we still have options. The minute we choose that option, they no longer have options. Understand that? I appreciate you having this conversation with me.
Thank you.
Let me give you a card.
Oh.
There's a documentary here called either Dominion or The Most Important. I don't think you should watch Dominion, you're too young, but The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear, that's something you may like.
All right.
Okay? You also have my social media there.
Thank you.
I hope you'll be vegan, because
Okay.
you're a smart guy, okay? And the smart people need to make change, because they're the one driving the change most of the times, okay?
All right.
I appreciate you, Oscar. Hey.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Cheers. And if you want the recommendations for a nice vegan restaurant, by the way, so there's vegan sushi bar in Amsterdam. Yeah, I think you just have to look at Google Maps. There's a nice Surinamese place. If you go like on this street until the canal and walk by the canal towards the right, there's a small family-owned vegan Surinamese restaurant. That's freaking excellent Surinamese food. And there's a Karma Kebab place.
Oh, I went there last night.
Yeah, that's a
that
good
was
one.
really
Also.
good.
Yeah. You'll find there's a lot of vegan places here in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But if I can recommend, my favorite personally is Vegan Sushi Bar, because it's vegan sushi. Who doesn't
Yeah.
like that? Yeah.
All right. Have a
Cheers.
good day.
Have a good one. Chip, how do I find the Minion video? I don't know what you mean by the Minion video. Is there a Minion video? I don't know what you mean by that. Dominion. The Minion. Oh, Dominion. So if a moderator could drop a link to Dominion in the chat, that would be amazing. That's one. I think Erwin always, yeah, there you go. Erwin has dropped the link already for Dominion, but it's also in the description of this stream. But Erwin has already dropped the link for Dominion. Thank you so much, Erwin. I appreciate you. You're getting cooked, says Luca. Luca, I think you just like saying that about me. I don't know why you like saying that about me. I don't know why you like it so much. You keep saying, even when I have conversations with people that are very good, even when I have conversation with a friend like Sky, you're like, you're getting cooked. I don't know if this is something that gets you like aroused or riled up. I'm not judging, man. That's okay. But like, it's an interesting thing. You always say it. I don't know why. Are you vegan, Luca? Is that it? Are you vegan? Are you not vegan? Are you vegan? Are you not vegan and feel bad about not being vegan? It's okay. I don't think Luca knows what cooked means. I mean, in all fairness, this whole cooking stuff it can be a bit confusing, I guess. It's a new thing, right? Because if you're cooking, you're doing good, right? If you're cooking, you're essentially thinking. That means you're thinking and building up to something good, right? If you cooked somebody, it means you own them, which is also good. If you got cooked, it's bad. If it is cooked, If it is cooked, is it good or is it bad? If it's bad, I'm guessing, if somebody's cooked. So essentially, if you're the individual doing the cooking, it's good. If you're in the individual that's on the other side of the cooking, it's bad. That's very much in line with veganism, isn't it, huh? This whole expression is very in line with veganism, because animals are essentially literally being cooked for us. I like it. I like this expression. Cook or cooking. I like that. I'd rather get cooked than cooking animals. Agree. Some people cook terrible food. Hey, buddy. Hi. You guys want to try a social experiment?
Thank you.
Have a good one. Oh, God, the sun is terrible. Ugh. Well, the Dutch people would say that the sun is nice. Chip is a child indoctrinator. Oh yeah, I tell people the truth. I tell even children the truth. Therefore, I indoctrinate them in the truth. You guys want to try a social experiment? Go tell northern tribes to stop blah blah blahing, blah blah blahing. You guys want to try a social experiment? Yeah, go tell somebody else to blah blah blah. Go tell people in Ukraine to not kill Russians. Of course, I should have the right to kill Russians because people in Ukraine kill Russians. They need to do it, sure, I don't. But, you know, go tell people, yeah, go tell people in a war to not kill people from the other side. Yeah, you see, it's only logical then I should be allowed to kill people on my day-to-day simply because I want to. Great logic over there, buddy. Yeah, buddy. See the logic. Yeah, exactly. That's the logic when somebody says that I won't be vegan because what about the northern people who cannot be vegan? As if. If there's people who cannot be vegan, why does that matter to you? The only thing that should matter is if you can be vegan. Because if you can be, I believe you have a moral obligation to be one. Because otherwise, you're paying for needless animal exploitation. For innocent sentient beings to be brought to life, only to be used, to be treated like objects, and then killed whenever we want to. And disregarding them completely. Chip is pacing because he's Jonasing for a cheeseburger. No, I don't know why I'm pacing. I think I have some form of hyperactivity disorder. I don't think I have ADHD because I don't have any attention deficit, but I think I have some form of hyperactivity disorder. I do have a lot of energy almost all the time. I mean, I have a lot of energy almost all the time, like physical energy. I could literally, I think I could run a whole day and still have energy. Extra energy, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, but it just keeps me pacing, you know? I'm a person who just needs to move almost constantly. For me, I really dislike it when I have to sit down at a restaurant. I just like, what I like to do is just go on walks, you know, let's run, sport. Maybe it's because I've just been doing a lot of activity every single day that I just got used to so much that it seems abnormal to not do it. I have no clue. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't bother me. Bacon and egg sandwich on sourdough toast. Look, I'm vegan. So if you think sending pigs to be gassed, to be put in gas chambers and to have their throats cut also that you can have a product which gives you which increases your chances of colon cancer, and is so salty that it also harms your heart health. But as I said, most importantly, it sends an individual into a gas chamber, a product that you don't need, a product that you can get a plant-based version of it, which would be healthier, better for the environment, and better for you, and of course better for the animals. Know what to tell you. You wanna try? You wanna have this experiment with me?
Yes.
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Sure.
You wanna come here so that you
Sure thing.
What's your name?
James.
James. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Can
Nice
you come
to
a
meet
little bit to the right? Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Okay, so James, I'm an animal rights activist. Where are you from, by the way?
Australia.
Australia.
Yes.
Nice. I'm from Romania, but I live here.
Okay.
So I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. What do you think about animals?
In the sense of their rights and stuff, is that?
Yeah. Like,
Just-
do you think animals deserve rights?
I think so, but I think in the grand scheme of things, there's still a hierarchy of the food chain, right? So I think that comes into factor. But obviously, there's vegetables and there's alternatives that we can have.
What does the food chain mean to you?
Naturally, things kill other things for food. But I guess as people, we take that to the extreme.
Would you kill dogs for food?
No.
But it's the food chain.
Yeah, I guess, but they're not our prey per se, or they're not food that we naturally, or that we typically eat.
Some people do.
Yeah, but mostly not really, right?
Do you think that's maybe because just we decided, or do you think that's
Oh,
there's
yeah.
any other reason?
Yeah, definitely.
We decided. So do
Definitely.
you think it's fair towards any of these animals that we exploit and kill, knowing that we can choose something else?
Maybe. I think some.
Do you think it's fair? That's what I ask.
Right. I get what you're saying. I think no, but I like eating meat, so it's a hard line to walk, you know?
Yeah. Do you think that your liking of meat is more important than the hundreds of animals that are exploited and killed for that?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
yeah.
not, really.
Yeah. And I like that you say that, but do you think that what you say is in line with your actions, or do you think your actions say something else?
Well, actually, recently, me and my partner have been trying to have more vegetarian options, so we're not fully off it, but we make a conscious choice to not contribute or not overeat meat, or get rid of like meat products that we haven't used. So we're more conscious of the intake that we have to lower the effect, I guess.
That's already great, but do you think that milk and eggs still use and exploit animals?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Why do you think cows produce milk?
Sorry?
Why do you think cows produce milk?
What's the cost?
No, why? What's the reason?
Oh, why we have it?
No, why do cows produce milk?
Oh, for babies.
For
For
babies.
babies, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think they get pregnant when they want, or do you think farmers impregnate
No,
them?
well, I hope so. You would hope so, right? But when you look at it, they probably don't.
They definitely don't.
Yeah.
That wouldn't.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be financially.
Yeah.
They couldn't make money if they let them get pregnant whenever they want, right?
Yeah.
So they impregnate them every year, repeatedly. And when the babies are born, they separate it from them. Do you know why?
So they can get the milk.
Exactly. Because if the baby stays with the mother, they want to drink the milk,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
which is normal. If the baby's born male, what do you think happens to them? They don't produce milk.
They go to the slaughterhouse, right?
Yeah, that's where veal comes from. Yeah. And if the baby is born female, as I said, repeated impregnation like their mother, babies taken, milked every year, exploited. And around the age of 6 or 8, they also kill them. Do you know why they kill them at that age? Because cows can live 24, 25 years.
Right. No.
Because they can't get them pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So this is standard practice. It happens small farms, large farms, everywhere. Is this something that you think is respecting the animals' rights?
Definitely not.
Definitely
No,
not.
no,
Right.
definitely
Do you think it's fair towards these animals to do this to them?
No.
No. Do you think you have some responsibility in the matter?
I guess, but I'm a small piece, right? I think it's if
Yeah,
there's
there's
going to
only
be
a couple of
change-
animals that go through this for you. Yeah.
Yeah. But if there needs to be change, everyone has to be on board, right?
Well, how many animals should go through this process for you?
It's a good question. I think I think there still needs to be meat going around, right? Because it's again, food chain, and it's an important part of our diet.
The
And
food chain is not an indication on how we should live our life, is it?
No. But I think animals kill animals all the time, right? And
Animals
I think,
also rape other animals all the time.
yeah, that's right. But we have a. I think most
I'm
of
just
us.
saying, I
should
think we
choose
know
not to.
better.
Yeah,
I think we
that's
know
right.
better than that,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
I don't think we should take how we should live our lives based on what other animals do, right? We have science, we have
Natural order and stuff. yeah.
order, yeah. We know fairness, we know, and if we say that this is unfair and we can choose otherwise, why would we care what happens in nature? We can choose otherwise, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So how many animals should go through this process for you? Not
For me,
Yeah, yeah.
I think. I don't know. I don't even know how many animals go through the process. Nor like I have no quantitative amount to measure.
Obviously,
right?
let's
You
put
know?
it this way. Obviously, if you buy an animal product, at least one animal goes through this process
Yeah.
for you, right?
Yeah, right.
So, in general, a person who is not vegan kills or exploits around 100 animals per year. Mostly, this number is so big because most of them are fishes, sea creatures, or chickens. But obviously, there's cows in there. There's also sheep if you buy wool or stuff like that. So, yeah, what do you think about that? This number is that something you want to wear on you? That 100 animals each year?
Well, no, probably not. You know.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard because when I buy a product, the animal's already dead, right? So it's not like I'm working with like a small amount, or I have a limited amount. Say I'm a farmer or something. I kill a cow for food, whatever.
Yeah.
I have that amount of food to work with, right? But when we go out and we eat out and get a chicken burger or whatever, we have no, sight of what had to die for that meat, you know.
Well, you know that if it's a chicken burger, a chicken died for that meat.
Yeah, I guess. But
And you understand supply and demand. You understand that when you buy
Yeah.
that product, even though that animal was dead, in order to replace that product, another animal has to be killed, right? You know that part of your money goes towards the farmers who use animals and kill them, right?
that's a good point. Yeah, that's
So you do have some responsibility in the matter, right?
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the question about it, right? Like, what do you want to do about it? Because I guess like it's difficult to say, right? I'm a stranger to you. I understand you. It's difficult to make changes or choices based on simple conversations with a person. But like, if you were to just in the cold, like without making a commitment per se, right? Like, if you were thinking logically, what would you want out of your life? Would you really want 100 animals to be used for you? Would you want one single animal to be used for you?
Yeah, I mean, maybe a couple. I'm not gonna stop eating meat, I think.
So if you could eat all of these products without animals being used for you, would you still want it? Would you still want animals to be exploited for you?
No, if I had an alternative, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you have some alternatives, like maybe plant-based meats, plant-based milks, plant-based cheeses, stuff like that?
Yeah. But there's some times where I want a steak, or I want
Plant-based
to
steak?
have a. Yeah, but it's not quite the same yet.
It
you
isn't.
know, it's getting
But do you
there,
think that
it's getting there.
taste difference or that texture difference justifies killing an innocent animal?
I mean, I'm not sure. Are we taking away from animals by killing the plants that we have?
Well, let me ask you this: if you were in the position of the animal, what would you say? Or if a human was in the position of the animal,
Yeah,
would you say it's justified to kill them for a product you don't need, but just because you like the little bit of taste difference that it is between a plant-based option and that?
Yeah, I guess not.
Guess not.
I guess
right?
not.
So do you think that if an animal has a knife to the throat or a human has a knife to the throat, to them, they don't lose exactly the same thing their whole life?
No, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it's still important.
It's still important to
still
them.
a death.
It's
yeah.
important to them, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole thing about it, right? Like maybe that human means nothing to you or to any of us, but to them their life means everything. Just like to an animal, their life means everything, right? So I think when we make choices, and correct me if I'm wrong, personally, I tend to think that if there's victims of my choices, that I need to consider also their position, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not just what I want from them. And if I consider their position, if you consider their position also, what do you think would be the best thing for you to do?
Well, not eat meat, right? And
Yeah.
But
Or
I
any
think-
animal products,
yeah,
right? As
yeah,
I
yeah.
described.
But it's, like the argument is, we're killing something that's living, right? That has a life. But
No, we're killing somebody, not something. That's the argument. We're killing an individual. That's the argument. It's not somebody who's alive. Because I have no problem with you killing plants, with you killing cells, with you washing your hands and killing bacteria, with killing viruses. I have no problem with that. It's the individuals who think, who feel, who have an experience of the world.
But you don't think plants have kind of a similar thought process of, oh yeah, there's a sun,
Because
I'll
they
put my
have no
leaves that
brain,
way?
I would assume they do not.
Okay.
And yeah, and plus, like, even if you, let's imagine that by some whatever reason you want to believe that plants may have that, a plant-based diet kills in the end less plants because it sounds counterintuitive, but the animals that we exploit, that we kill, they're fed way more plants than we would otherwise eat, right? So in the end, when you eat animal products, you exploit one innocent animal as somebody, and all the other kill so many more plants when you could just kill less plants in the process. So, and it's better for the environment, it's better for the animals, it's better for the workers. You know, slaughterhouse workers suffer from PTSD. They're one of the worst treated people in the world. So
Right.
everybody wins in this scenario. It's just corporations who get money from it gain, right? Because that's the reason why it isn't more widespread that we shouldn't be consuming so much meat, is because there's lobbying being done in governments to forbid this from happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you as an individual, you know, you can choose to make changes. You can choose to fight against the system. And I'm not asking you to sit on the street like me. That would be amazing. I'm just asking you to do the bare minimum.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
not give your money to them.
Yeah.
Just give your money to whoever else, but not them. That's all I'm saying.
What do you think of like people that will raise animals, like farmers per se, will raise animals and treat them right, and then when they die, they will use them for meat? What do
So
you
let's
think
put it
of
this way. First of all, I'm against the idea of breeding animals. So if a farmer just, I wouldn't even call them a farmer, because if they don't breed animals, that's no longer farming.
Right.
So if they just have animals where they treat them nicely, where they let them be free and truly free, as in if the animal wants to live their confinement, they allow them to leave them, or if the only reason why they keep them in confinement is for the animal safety, not because it's their property or something, right? If they treat the animals like individuals, not like property, and when the individual dies, they want to eat them, I mean, I have no problem. Just like I would have no problem with that if your dog dies, you want to eat them, or that if your grandma dies, you want to eat them. I have no problem with any of that, right? I think I wouldn't do it myself, but if anybody wants to do it, I don't care.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I
see
mean,
what
I
I mean?
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
the mass, like the people making money from it and the overconsumption, right?
It's not about the mass or the overconsumption. Even one small person taking one animal, bringing them to life only to treat them like an object and killing them is wrong, right? At the end of the day, something is wrong, not because it happens to a lot of individuals, but rather because it's a bad thing that we do to one individual, right? Like, it's not like if we multiply it to multiple individuals, all of a sudden it becomes better or less worse. The problem can become more difficult to resolve, but how bad it is for each of those individuals is just as bad as if you'd applied it to only one individual, right?
It's a selfish act.
It's a selfish act, exactly, yeah. And we can choose otherwise. That's the whole thing about it, right? And it's not just that it's like we can all be selfish. We're selfish by nature at the end of the day. I just think this isn't just a selfish act. This is a selfish act whose consequences are violence, oppression, exploitation. Like, if you're selfish and, you know, you don't want to give the last, I don't know, pie or fruit, just to keep it in the plant-based universe, to your friend, and you're selfish and you eat it, I think your friend will be okay. But if you do something where your friend is going to be forced into a slaughterhouse or treated like an object, then I think it's a different type of selfishness. It's something else, right?
Yeah, right. I get that.
You get that?
Yeah.
Okay, how about we do this? I'm going to give you a card, and can you just promise me you'll watch the Minion or the Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear?
Okay.
Okay. And then until then, they both appear if you scan this QR code. And until then, can you promise me you'll consume no animal products? Just a
Until I
small-
watch the video?
Until you watch the video. yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I can give it my best shot.
Okay, I appreciate it. There's nothing more I can ask. Just be your actual best shot, not just your like, well, I tried.
Okay.
Your actual.
Okay.
Okay.
For sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What was your name again?
James,
James. I'm Chip.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Have
Take
a good
care.
one.
You
Cheers.
too.
I don't have high hopes. I don't have high hopes. That's okay. It was a decent conversation. Good chats today. Yeah, the chats are good because I'm really trying to dodge them getting defensive. I'm sure somebody can still get defensive, of course. I felt like this person, James, could have gotten defensive when he said the plants thing. Could have something he could have easily gotten defensive, but I feel that in these moments, if you reinforce that you're listening to them, that you understand their argument, and come back with addressing it, I think that kind of curbs this whole idea of I'm not here to argue with you, man. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to talk, have a conversation. You guys want to try a social experiment? Here to have a conversation where we actually discuss values. Look how you cook the cooking what's being cooked. Nick says, love how you ask them not to consume until watching, says Nick. Thank you so much, Nick. Yeah. Yeah, I do that with most people, not everyone. I feel like some people, if I do that, they'll just become even more defensive for some reason. I don't know. It's so weird that I feel like my job as an animal rights activist has just been making sure that people's ego is not in the way, making sure that people don't get defensive. That's essentially my biggest hurdle, as an animal rights activist. That's all it is. Making sure that people actually listen to the message and don't just start, I don't know, maybe attacking me, maybe start feeling attacked or something. You guys want to try a social experiment?
Hello.
Hi.
I have to talk to you.
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Hello, Emil.
Emil, nice to meet you. I'm
What's your
Chip.
name?
I'm Chip. Where are you
Chip.
from?
Germany.
Germany. Okay, I'm from Romania, but I live here in the Netherlands. So, Emil, I'm an animal rights activist. How do you feel about animals?
What?
I'm an animal rights activist.
Ah, okay.
How do you feel about animals?
Yeah, very great.
Very
it's
great.
very important to rescue the animals and to have to save them. Yeah?
Okay. What rights do you think animals deserve?
Oh, that's interesting question. I think they have rights, but not the same with the human. We eat them, we use them for our, for everything, and it's not good to use them for anything and to eat them and to have them and what do you call it when you two animals
In a confined space?
yeah, it's Massentierhaltung. It's called in Germany.
Yeah, I mean like factory farming?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
So, I mean, we both agree factory farming is bad, but do you think there's any form of farming that can be good to the animal? That can respect their rights?
I think yes, but very difficult to use them in our world because the world is not for the animals gemacht. You know what?
Yeah, made.
Yeah,
so,
made.
So,
yeah.
so can I? How would you describe? Can you describe to me how this farming of animals how could it exist alongside the respecting their rights also?
But it's too difficult. I can't answer.
Yeah.
It's
Like, do you think, for example, if we were to farm humans, would we be respecting their rights?
yes, of course. It's this is the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not fair for the animals.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's we are we stand about and it's not fair and
towards
it's not
them.
fair and it's ugly and it's a shame that we use them and ausbeuten calls in Germany. Ausbeuten.
What is that? I don't know.
When yeah, when I use you and use your
Oh,
things.
exploitation.
Yeah, I think it's, I
Yeah.
know, I don't know the word. But
It's okay.
yeah.
So, Emil, do you know what a person who consumes animal products, how many animals are exploited and killed for them each year?
No. Do you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's around 100. Around 100.
100 animals.
Depending on each person, it can be 200 if
Okay.
they eat a lot of animal products.
And
It can
from,
be less.
from a normal person.
From a
that
normal
eat
person.
and use. And,
Yeah.
And you're vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So are you vegan yourself?
No. I eat animals, but I this year I prove or I use other products or when I eat meat, I think okay, I eat meat and then it's connecting with my head. And yeah, for each years I eat, and now I don't eat meat on the bread.
Yeah.
I can use other things. I can use what's called Aufstrich or cheese or so. And I.
But do you
don't
think
eat.
that for cheese, for milk, for eggs, animals are still exploited and killed?
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah.
But it's not meat. It's not a dead animal.
Do you think that animals are killed in the production of these?
Yes,
products?
of course they killed, but not so
Often.
often than when I
Fair
eat a
enough.
salami.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's a better option when we have the option.
It's better
not-
option, but do you think a better option
of
would be
course.
just
But
plant-based?
A better
Yeah.
option, and a better option is
Yeah.
the first step, I think. And people have to do steps when
Yeah.
and
But
it's not.
You see this number that I said, 100 animals each
It's a
year.
lot.
It's a lot, right?
think- yeah.
Do you want to walk around having a number bigger than 0? Do you want to walk
Yeah,
around
that's-
how many animals should be used for you? Should be exploited for you?
0.
0. should be.
0
Yeah.
is, but yeah,
That would mean being vegan, huh?
yeah. I think yeah.
So where's your difficulty? Why aren't you vegan already?
Oh, I think
you
it's
seem
the-
like an
it's the-
open-minded,
it's the
smart
taste,
guy,
It's
so
the
yeah.
taste. It's
Yeah.
the taste. I think I like it.
Yeah.
So meat or cheese or yogurt,
Eggs,
milk,
yeah.
eggs. It's the taste. It's the it's a normal day. Alltag, you know. the
Yeah,
German?
it's a normalized
It's a
thing.
normal life.
Yeah.
And it's a normal thing in my life. That's the second. And I think, yeah, people are.
So taste habits so far?
Yeah, but I think it's the other option that tastes exactly the same, and
Exactly.
it's not meat. Also, it's not a big.
It's not a big difference.
It's
is
not
it?
a big difference. It's we use excuses
Yeah.
to do this step. I
So-
think it's we people. I look a lot of vegan videos
Yeah.
in the internet, but I think, oh yeah, we do excuses to do this, not this one. And I think a lot of vegan people are discriminated or hated because we know it's not good what we do, but
Yeah.
when we see you, we think and we think about yourself.
Yeah.
It's,
But you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like this feeling of feeling a little bit bad about what you do is only normal because you acknowledge that what you're doing is bad, right? It's not. Animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals.
Okay.
I'm gonna look from time to time here to be sure that
It's
the phone
okay.
is on. So, how do you guys feel about animals?
We love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yes.
Do you think we can love animals while at the same time kill them and eat them?
That's a good question.
Was there ever a period where we didn't do that?
Maybe not, but there was also never a period where we had the abundance of options that we do today,
That's true.
right?
That's true.
So I think that's the difference. Nowadays, if we can choose, like I would say, in a time of necessity, we may do what is needed to survive.
Yes.
But when we are in a situation where we can choose something else, do you think are we really loving them or even respecting them if we're choosing to take their life?
What's the other option?
Keep looking back. So the other option is plant-based. We can live plant-based. We can
Yeah.
eat plant-based options. We can wear fake leather if we want to wear leather. We can
I agree with the
wear
clothes.
other
I
materials.
agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Clothes, yeah.
So the clothes, you agree 100%
Completely,
because
yeah.
we have so many options,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
But-
something it's also consumer, right? Like you need
Yeah.
food, you don't need clothes.
You do need the clothes. You can't
I mean,
wear
you don't need,
go
you don't
around
need
naked.
leather. You don't need leather, right?
But you also don't need animal products with food. Think about it. If you can be healthy consuming plant-based dishes, you don't need any of these other products also, right?
But I mean, you can be vegetarian. I mean,
You can be vegan, not vegetarian, because milk and eggs still use animals. But go on.
yeah, but there are I mean, animal-based program products are also, some of them are also okay. I mean, if you don't do it on mass, like cow milk, if it's not produced, if it's only produced when the cow is actually by its nature pregnant, that's when they produce milk. If you do like this, it's okay. But
Who do you think gets the cows pregnant?
sorry,
Who do you think gets the cows pregnant?
when they mate with other cows.
You
Right.
think?
With
Do you
the-
think the
with bulls.
farmer does it, or do you think that they mate when they want?
Of course, the farmer does it because we live in a globalized society.
And that's what farming in
Yeah, exactly,
involves,
exactly.
right? Do you think that's fair towards the animals?
No, it's not. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
What do you think we do to the babies?
We probably kill them.
Yeah.
Eat them.
We take them away
Yeah.
to take so that we can grab the milk. If the baby's a male, we kill them.
Yes.
And if the baby's a female, we do the same as their mother, right? We repeatedly
Exactly.
impregnate them and do the same. Take the baby. It's like this cycle of death
Yeah.
that we create. And at some point, we also kill them. Do you know what? We kill them at a third of their lifespan. Do you know why we kill them?
No.
Because at that point, they just can't get pregnant anymore. We impregnated them 7 or 8 times repeatedly. And no animal in nature is made to be impregnated so often. So they
We kill them
obviously-
when we don't have use for them anymore.
Yeah, we kill them when we can no longer use them, essentially.
Yeah.
Is this fair towards them?
It's not.
No.
It's not. Exactly. And that's my whole point why I'm sitting here, because I want to have conversations with people. A lot of the times, we're fed this narrative that we have a symbiotic relationship with animals, that we give them life and food, and they give us their life or some food back, right?
No, we don't.
We
Yeah,
don't.
that's
But the
bullshit.
reality, that's bullshit.
That's
Exactly.
that's a reason. So I mean, we make ourselves believe that.
Yeah.
So we don't feel bad about it. But the reality is exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's not just so that you don't feel bad. It's also corporations that pay large sums of money to get you to feel that way, to
Yeah.
get you to be in that moment. Because if you are in that moment, you give them money so they can do it. They don't really. It's for them. It's not about. They're not evil people. They're just like apathetic.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't
we
care
are all
about
apathetic.
animals. Yeah.
I mean, the world make us apathetic, right?
But do you think we should be apathetic towards animals?
No, we shouldn't. But then again, it's a. I don't want to say it's a natural order of things.
No, because it's just that I get that. I'm sorry for interrupting you. It's
That's
just
okay.
in your brain. I guess I kind of understand what's happening, because like in one way you're like you understand that it's bad, but in another way your brain is also telling you, but everybody does it.
I mean,
it can't be that
evolved-
bad.
I mean, the
We've been doing it
lion
for
in
so-
the jungle does eat the zebra.
Yeah, but we don't model our life based on what other animals do, because if we did, we would also have to do like infanticide or rape or all these other things that animals do, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
just pick this
but-
one thing and say, well, they do it too, so I'm allowed to do
No,
it.
but,
right?
but this is not my point. I mean, we evolved from eating meat. There
We
is,
did, but-
there is. I mean, there are also many good nutrition things you find in meat too. This
You
is
can, all the nutrition that you need, you can get it from plants and plant-based products.
you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole thing about it, huh? Because like, if you find out that, I mean, maybe for some people it's a little bit more easy, for some people it might be more difficult. That's why I'm here also, right? To give resources to people to help them out with that. But if you find out that you can do both, you can be healthy on both, don't you think one is obviously better than the other?
Of course, yes. Yeah. If you put it that way, you have a point. Yes.
Yeah, and it's not just that one is better than the other, because obviously that's a good one to see it that way, but I would see it as the other one, the one that exploits and kills animals, should not be acceptable. It should not be something that we should ever choose, should it?
Yeah. I want to try to become meatless or
Yeah.
vegan, as you say. First of all, because of the animals.
Yeah.
Second, because of the environment, because
Yeah.
it's a huge environmental cost, the animal production thing. But then again, I don't know how to cook plant-based things.
Yeah.
All the
That's
dishes
why
I
I'm
want
here.
to.
That's why I'm here. Let me help you with that. That's perfect. Thank
Oh,
you for saying
perfect.
that. Perfect. I have the resources, So I'll tell you what. There's on this QR code right here. If you scan it, there's a thing there called Challenge 22.
Yes.
Yeah.
They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day, and they help you adopt a plant-based diet for free within your budget, within your area. Every single thing of restriction that you have, they'll help you out on it.
Okay.
So all of it for free. You just gotta subscribe
Okay.
and they'll help you out.
Okay.
Beautiful.
How does
Thank
that
you
sound?
very much.
That sounds good?
Yeah.
And can I promise you, can you guys watch one thing for me?
Yes.
If there's Dominion or the most important speech you'll ever hear, these two videos appear as the first thing that you see on the
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
Can you promise me you'll watch one of these two
Yes.
videos?
Watch it today.
Okay, and
Will do.
until you do not consume any animal products.
Okay.
It's for your benefit,
Okay.
trust me, man.
Thank you.
Guys, I love you so much.
you very much.
You're
Talking to
awesome
us.
people,
Thank you,
man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. And
Yeah.
you have my YouTube channel also there if
Yeah.
you want to listen to
Thank
conversation
you.
back. Okay?
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
Bye.
I don't know, everybody. It's a pity that my phone is acting up today. It's a pity. I don't know how much you've heard of the last two conversations. These two guys were super open-minded. These two guys were immensely open-minded. The guy before that was extremely open-minded also. So I just met two people who want to go vegan, another person who wants to go vegan. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of a dick move of my phone to behaving this way. The image is pixeled. Yeah, Chip's phone is shit. Yeah, I think God damn it, I don't know what to do. I think I have to end it because my phone's battery is at less than 10%. It keeps. I don't want it to shut down again. Then I can't open it again. I don't know what's going on, everybody. I'm sorry. I wanted to do it for a longer time. Can you hear me now, everybody? I'm sorry. How's the voice now? Nick, thank you so much for the... Yes, you are back. Good now. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why my phone is acting up. Hey, little spider, you're not here for good. Okay. Get out of here, man. Oh, wait, I got a little spider on my things. Okay. Okay. He is now no. Oh, this spider really loves me. Ah, it's okay. I'll just let them be wherever they are. I'll take them out afterwards, put them on a plant or something. Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. It's my phone is being a dick. Huh? We've been having so many good conversations. It's a pity. 1 second. That's it. The spider is now on a plant. Okay. Yeah, so everybody, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I'm sorry, it's just not, my phone is acting up. I don't know what I'll do. I think I might need to reset my phone or something, just like...
Hey man,
Hi.
what are you doing?
Hey, thank you. What's your name?
I'm Achil.
Achil?
Machil.
Machil. Are you vegan?
I'm not vegan yet, but I would like you to convince me.
You like me to come, you wanna
Yeah,
come
yeah.
here so that you're in view? What's your name, Machil?
What?
Well, you said Machil, I'm sorry.
You can call me Mike.
So, Mike, so why are you not vegan, Mike?
I think the ethical issues are a certain problem, but
Yeah.
there are also a certain comfort of life that we have access to, and it's also not always economical to go vegan. And that's like kind of where my concern lies, because it's not always affordable to go vegan.
So if I give you resources to help you go
Yes.
vegan, which
That's
would
the
be
main reason I came here,
That's the
actually.
main reason you came here. Okay, let me give you a card then. I like that, Mike. Okay, so there's a thing here called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you
Yeah.
recipes every day and help you go vegan. That's it.
That's awesome.
That's it. Okay.
Also, I have
Thank
one
you,
more
Mike.
question.
Yeah, sure.
What's your standpoint on eggs? Because
On eggs?
eggs are not necessarily an ethical concern.
I mean, they are if you like. So for eggs, for example, let me show you because then you see it easier. So the chickens that lay eggs, for every chicken that lays eggs, oh shit, 1 second. I have so much stuff in that. So for every chicken that lays eggs, there's a male chick that was killed, like this. That was killed in an industrial macerator most of the times. So whether the chicken then goes up into a nice farm, small farm, or a
No, but my understanding is that they are not impregnated.
No, no, no. But the chickens that lay eggs, right?
Oh,
The
right,
female
right, right.
chicks.
The ones meant for laying
Yeah,
eggs.
yeah.
The males get killed, right?
The
Yeah.
males get killed because they don't produce eggs, exactly. So there's that. There's also the fact that even in biological industry, which is the highest standard, um, chickens still get killed. Like I have this story that I tell people sometimes that yeah, it's really warm.
Yeah,
huh?
it's hot outside.
It's hot. Yeah, it's if the sun goes in the cloud, it's like shit. Yeah, I get it. So there's also the story that I tell that I went with a charity that buys chickens off of farmers to give them a good life when they can no longer lay eggs, and we went there to buy 2 chickens, and the farmer handed us the chickens this way, and when he did that, he broke the legs of a chicken. Like these chickens
Yeah,
were
but
for the first time
that
gonna get
doesn't happen.
freedom.
That doesn't happen everywhere. So like me, for example, I get free-range eggs, so like the highest quality of life type eggs.
Yeah, it's what I'm
So-
just trying to say is that with this is that it does not happen everywhere. You're right, but for the farmers, they're just objects. They still treat them like objects. So while some farmers may treat them nicer than others, I think unless you maybe like if you buy a rescue chicken, let's put it this way: if you buy a rescue chicken like from one of these farms, this rescue chicken lays eggs in your house. You maybe feed some of the eggs back to them, and then you have some leftover eggs that you would throw away, but you want to eat them. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Right.
But if you think about all the other issues behind it, which they're very much prevalent in any product that we buy, then it's exactly the same as all the rest of the things.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit less of it because a chicken will lay more eggs than a cow will make milk or meat, right?
Yeah.
But if you watch the most important speech you'll ever hear here,
Right.
it appears there, you'll understand. He explains also about eggs. and
I'll do
everything.
so. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mike. Cheers, man. I guess Mike saw me on Instagram or something. Saw me live. Came here and he just wanted a card and to ask me some questions. That's a good one. I didn't realize people will be able to do that. My phone, bastard, it's not charging again. Okay, it's charging now. Great ending. Excellent outreach. We had like everybody today. It's just been amazing, huh? I don't even know. Just amazing people we had today. I mean, I'm expecting a lot of them to be vegan, huh? But audio and video are great. Yeah, yeah. So far, huh? So far, my battery is at 10%. It's dangerously low, but maybe I can have another conversation. I'm trying. Let's see. I really don't want to just go away. I was planning for 2 hours and a half, and it's just been an hour and a half. So you should buy Tags T-shirt. Okay, maybe my phone battery will be okay in the end. Let's see. We'll try some more. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, everybody. The animals don't want us to give up that easily. More, yeah, that's what I'm going for, more. I just have to keep an eye on the phone. There's the battery. Yeah, see? I don't know what's going on, it's just sometimes it charges, sometimes it doesn't. And I have no clue why. I don't know if it's the cable, I don't know if it's the phone. I don't know what it is, but it just does that, so we keep trying. You want to try a social experiment? It's okay. Have a good day. Too hot? No clue. I have no clue what's going on. It's not that hot. The sun is pretty hot, I'll tell you that, but outside it's not that hot. And you guys have a cap, so, already put a cap on you. My best guess is that both the phone and the cable are shit. That's my best guess. If I were to guess what's the issue, is that both the phone and the cable are just utter shit. So it's okay. That's okay. It will, let's hope it will solve itself. You wanna have a conversation with me? Is he okay being live on my YouTube channel?
YouTube channel? What's your YouTube channel?
I'll give you a card afterwards. Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Hi.
Yes.
Can I get some consent also from your mom?
Sure, but can I take you as well?
Yeah, of course, nice. Yeah. You wanna come here so that you're in view? Okay. What's your name?
Yamin.
Yamin.
Yeah.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Yamin. I like your sticker there, Free Palestine. So, I'll ask you. I fight for animal rights. You know, this is for human rights. I fight for animal rights. How do you feel about animals? Do you think animals should have rights?
Yeah.
Do you think we should protect animals?
Yes.
Okay. And now comes the difficult part. Do you think that we're protecting animals when we're farming them, when we're bringing them to life only to use them, and when we can no longer use them, we kill them?
The question again?
Yeah, so do you think that we're respecting the animals' rights when we're farming them?
No.
No, we're not. We're not. And do you think that we can live without farming animals?
No.
No? Do you think we need to farm animals?
No.
No, we don't. We don't. Yeah. So, if we wouldn't to farm animals, what would you call a person that never chooses to harm an animal, never chooses to chooses to respect all the animals' rights?
A good person.
A good person? Yeah, that's a vegan. A vegan, that's what we call a person who respects all animal rights, is a vegan. Have you ever considered being vegan yourself?
No.
No?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah. So being vegan would imply also, of course, not eating meat, not eating eggs, not eating milk, not drinking milk, sorry. How does that sound to you? Like, what do you think is more important? What we enjoy from food or the lives of the animals?
The lives of the animals.
The lives of the animals? Are you just saying that, or do you actually believe that?
Actually.
You actually believe that? Okay. Okay, so do you think that we, as the people who make choices for our food, do you think we are responsible for these animals and we can make different choices?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a shout out to your cousin Naya, who is a very staunch vegan?
Yeah. Shout out to Nana.
Naya's a vegan?
Yeah.
That's really cool, huh?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
Naya's
cool.
a staunch vegan.
Yeah. Do you think you're gonna join her, or what are you gonna do? Maybe. So let me ask you this: if you were one of these animals, maybe in a farm, maybe the farmer wants to take you and take you away from your mom, because that's what we do to a lot of these animals. We take them away from their mothers so that we can take the milk from their mothers or do whatever we want. And if you were about to be taken away from your mother, would you want somebody to say, oh, I'll maybe just take away a couple of kids away from their mom and then I'll stop? Or would you want them to say, I'll stop right now?
I'll stop right now.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that you should do the same?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, let me give you a card. I appreciate you having this conversation with me. I normally tell more people things about this, but you're very young and I don't want to, like scar you or anything. Free Palestine is an awesome one. I love it. Let me tell you just real quick on this card. You have my YouTube channel over there. There's a cool thing to watch. How old are you exactly?
10 years old.
10 years old. You might be a bit young. The most important speech you'll ever hear is something maybe your mom could watch. Maybe you could start watching it with your parents. It's just a speech. And, if there's any imagery that's a little bit more graphic, you can look away or something. But it's mostly just a speech talking about what animals go through. You think you can do that for me?
Yes.
I appreciate you so much.
And we'll share it with Naya.
And I'm
Yeah.
subscribed.
Say it again?
Can I have a card?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm collecting cards.
Coins?
Cards,
Cards,
cards.
yes. Yeah, of course. Do you want a specific, like, I'll give you, if you want to choose a specific
You can choose.
Okay, what do you like more, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Cats? Okay, then I'll give you one with a cat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Batteries. Okay, you want to have a conversation with me?
I just want to know what it's about.
About animals in general.
Oh,
Just,
really?
yeah, just give me 1 second because my phone is yeah, it's okay now. You want to come here so that you can view? I'm on YouTube live now. Are you okay being live on YouTube? What's your name?
Asmi.
Asmi. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. So I have conversations with people about animals because I fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
Well, you've come to the right person, or I have come to the right person.
Yeah.
I'm already vegetarian.
You're vegetarian?
Yes.
Yeah. Why are you vegetarian?
Well, it's also because I grew up in India. So the norm that usually we have there, because of the spirituality, you form that, Earth is not just for humans. It's everyone's. It belongs to everybody. So I just grew up with that faith, and when I moved to Europe, I continued that faith here as well. And yes, so I've just always been vegetarian.
Do you think that in the production of milk,
Mhm.
eggs, or any dairy product, animals are still treated like objects?
It depends on the facility, I would say.
On the?
Because on the facility that they're
Okay.
at. Because definitely in some they are abused a lot.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, but that's the truth. But in some, they're really cared for. For example, cows, the healthier they are, the better milk they produce, and it's scientific as well.
Yeah.
So it completely depends on how you treat them.
Do you think you can keep somebody healthy while at the same time treat them like an object?
No.
No?
No, I don't think it's possible because like animals like horses or cows, they are very emotionally sensitive, just like humans.
Yeah.
Like cows also have best friends, and also elephants are very emotional. So I think you have to treat them right, and if you treat them right, that means they are not objects to you.
So let's put it this way. Let's go through this process of what happens in dairy production. So what we're going to discuss now, it's standard practice, and it happens everywhere, including in India, including in Romania, where I'm from. I saw it in my grandmother's backyard, where she only had one cow, and she did care about that cow. So why do cows produce milk? Like, what's the biological reason for them to produce milk?
I do not know the biological reasons.
So let me ask you this: if a female woman were to produce milk, why would they produce milk?
Well, to feed the baby.
Exactly. It's the same reason for a cow. It's that they produce milk only to feed their babies, right? So they have to have a baby, they have to get pregnant. Do you think they get pregnant when they choose to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
Well, farmers,
Yeah.
for sure.
Do
Because
you-
otherwise they will not have a livelihood.
Exactly. So do you think that farmers impregnating them isn't already a sign of violating their body autonomy? Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one. When the babies are born, they separate them from their mother. Most of the times. There's sometimes they stay with their mother only for a bit, but they almost always end up being separated. Do you know why?
Well, I think the obvious reasons also to produce more, and they have a whole plan
Yeah.
on how to make their production more, and for that they obviously have to separate them.
Yeah, to have more milk essentially, and there's your right to have a plant so that they can do something with the babies. The babies stay separate until they grow up if they're female, but if they're male, what do you think happens to them? Because they don't produce milk.
I think they're used for reproduction.
Well, they only need one for reproduction.
It depends actually. Depends on the
They only need
production
one.
of the male. As
You will notice on every single farm, there's mostly females, and if any males, one or two, maybe three. But most of the times, they're just mostly females. So what do you think happens to the other males?
I think killed
Exactly.
for food or for goods like
Yeah.
leather goods or.
It's true. So veal comes from dairy. Veal is the killing of these baby cows, the calves, the males who don't produce milk. They kill them and they produce veal from it. And the females, what they do is, when they grow up, they the same thing as their mothers. They get impregnated, they have their babies taken, and they get exploited every single year repeatedly until the age of 6 or 8 years, when they get killed. Cows can live 24 years.
Yeah.
Why do you think they get killed at that age?
Well, if they're of no use, or if they're of a lot of use, they get killed.
Yeah. So essentially, the thinking is, are they making money for me? If not,
Yeah.
they could be making money for me as what their body can give, right? If their body alive doesn't make me money, their body dead makes me money, right? Do you think any of this is reminiscent of respecting these animals?
No, of course not.
No. So this is what happens in there. So when we buy dairy products, do you think we are paying for this stuff to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're buying, so that means you are demanding something, and if there's a
Exactly.
demand, so they will obviously complete it.
So do you think that then? Yeah, it's a whole day. Do you think that then, when we buy dairy products, we're also treating animals like objects?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So then, do you think being vegetarian, and I'm not judging here or trying to point at anything, do you think vegetarian for the animals is enough, or do you think we have to be vegan for the animals?
It strongly depends on the culture, because the culture that I come from, cows are worshipped.
Yeah.
so they are not violating because in that culture, so 75% of people in India are farmers, and it's a Hindu country. So basically, they have their own cows. You know, they treat them.
I know, my grandma had their own cows.
and they worship them. It's holy, basically.
I
It's
know the
holy.
story. I know the
Yeah.
story, but
So
the
it
truth is a little bit
depends.
different because,
No, it depends.
well, India is the fourth largest exporter of beef in the world. So somebody kills a lot of cows in order to do
Of course,
that.
because it's very diverse also.
Yeah.
You know,
It's true, it's true.
It's very diverse. It's everyone in every region you have different preferences.
But let's imagine that you find out that the production of these animals is the same, because like while even let's say even if everything that I described doesn't happen, the forceful insemination, the artificial insemination still happens everywhere, including in India, because otherwise why would they even have a cow, right? Like at the end of the day, because having a cow would mean extra money feeding them, and cows, you know, like any other animal on this planet, they would get pregnant 2-3 times per their whole life. So they give milk for a year, maybe 2, like at the best case scenario 2. Most of the times they give milk for a year. So it's not really feasible to keep a cow alive for 24 years as long as they live, and have them only produce milk for 6 years, right? So in India, I know a lot of farmers, they still try to impregnate them. Even if they can't get them pregnant 1 year, they do keep them alive, and they try to impregnate them the next year, and they still try to do that. But I think that's still wrong to do, isn't it? Because we're still violating their body autonomy.
Of course it is.
So then when I come back to this question of respecting animals, do you think when we're consuming animal products, are we respecting animals?
No, you know, it's a very difficult question. It like you cannot answer this in black and white. You know.
Let's put it this way. If you were in the position of the animal, how would it be for you?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
As I said, it's animals. It doesn't just belong to humans. It
Yeah.
belongs to everybody.
Yeah, and their life belongs to them, not to us, right? Their body belongs to them, not to us, right? So it's not for us to decide what happens to their body, right? So even if we're treating them nicely or doing whatever we want to them, at the end of the day, we're still keeping them bound to us. We're still keeping them for us, not for the, like if we happen to rescue an animal and we're keeping them safe, that's a different thing. But if we're taking an animal to get something out of them, then we're using them for our benefit, and they cannot consent to it. It's like using a child for our benefit without consenting, right?
Since when are you vegan?
4 years, 4 years and a half, something like that.
And what got into?
So I was vegetarian for a long time because I don't like meat, and I really don't like cheese also. So
It's rare in Romania to be vegetarian.
yeah, it's very rare. Yeah. It's, but I grew up in a family that ate very little meat, so for me it wasn't a difficult thing.
That's good for you.
Yeah, but you know, I thought being a vegetarian was enough, and once I found out about the dairy industry, my first initial reaction was to deny it, to think it's not happening, because you know, in the Netherlands, I live here. Do you live here? Where do you live?
I live in Paris.
You live in Paris, yeah. So here in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, if you take a bike, you see there's bike lanes everywhere. You go outside of Amsterdam, in under 5 minutes of biking, you see cows and fields and green fields. And it's like, it brings you happiness. You're like, oh wow, look at that, it's so nice. And you think that they're treated so nicely. But then you just do simple Google searches and find out the horrors of what they go through. And I'm like the thing that I saw that time that made me go vegan was the fact that dairy farmers here, most of them were found in secret, because of course none of them say it, in secret were found that they weren't even killing the male calves, they were just letting them starve to death, because it's the cheapest option. Because and that will happen more and more when people try to make money off of somebody else's body, right?
Yeah.
Because they're just cutting corners, and to them, when they kill them, it's like, well, I'm killing them, might as well do this. Might as well punch them in the stomach if it makes the meat better before I kill them. You see, like, they don't really care about the animals as much as they do in a sense that they're a product to them, but not in a sense that they're an individual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then do you think that you could be vegan?
Yeah, actually I was, until I came to France, where it is difficult to be vegan. There are no options, and you know. So
I mean, I've been to Paris. I've seen options.
Not daily. Like if you're traveling, it's okay, or if you're living there, let's say just for a few months. But I've been there since 4 years now. So to adapt to have like slightly easier life, because I also have a social life. So
Yeah.
I am obviously not going to eat meat for that. But I
So you,
thought, yeah, it's
so you still have a limit yourself where you don't eat meat for a social life,
no,
right?
I never eat meat.
Yeah, but why don't you extend that to all animal products? Because it only seems logical, right? If you anyway,
Yeah, no,
if
I try.
you
Where
try,
it's possible,
yeah,
I try. But you know, like in France, you know about the cheese production.
yeah, I
And
know it's big. It's also big
yeah,
here, by the way. It's a
and
big
there's
thing.
extremely almost zero options as a vegan. Like you really have to pick a place, and that is difficult when you're trying to meet somebody, or you're. If I'm going to meet my colleagues, I cannot make them, go to that place. So in those times, it's difficult for me. But otherwise, like back in India, I used to be a vegan. So
So let me ask you, because obviously some things that we do are more difficult in certain places. Some things that we do are more difficult for some people. Do you think we should judge whether to do an action or not based on how difficult it is to us, or if the action has a victim, also based on what that victim is going through?
yeah, no, it depends. Of course, like I think the thought when it comes to you has a bigger role
Yeah.
rather than just like not even thinking about these topics. So there is also another thing I do. I never use products that are tested on animals, which I think some of us do not notice at all. Like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're taking a shower, the shampoo,
I know it's
what
very
company,
important. Yeah. I mean,
hair
being
oil.
vegan is not just about food. It's
Yeah,
about all
exactly.
these products, of
So
course.
I don't even use makeup that
Yeah.
is tested on animals. I make sure. And
That's good. That's very good.
yeah, so I do these things, like in my daily life, and I don't buy leather goods that come from cow leather, horse, sharks.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
any
buy
animals,
them.
yeah.
I don't buy them. So yeah, I do these things. And
But do you think, like, let me, and I'm sorry for interrupting you there. I think you're doing great, by the way. I just feel like there's just
Thank
this little things, these small things, right? When you maybe go out, maybe eat some cheese, maybe buy. When you put your money in that thing, when you give money to some cheese or something, it's very innocent to us in that manner. But do you think that then your money goes directly? Well, not necessarily directly per se, because you're giving your money to a restaurant, but some of your money goes towards paying farmers to do what we just described to cows, to other
yeah,
animals.
but some things it's difficult to avoid as well. Like it doesn't make it right.
Yeah, it doesn't make
doesn't
it
make
right.
it right, and it doesn't make it like I cannot justify it. But there's some things that you also have to adapt to the situation.
But do you
And,
think that the situation adapting, and I'm sorry for interrupting you there, do you think adapting to the situation could mean that maybe you don't eat there and maybe eat somewhere else? Like you can still meet with a friend at the restaurant, you can still have some drinks, you can still maybe eat some fries or something salad, I don't know, and
what
maybe
you're
not
saying,
eat that
what you're
and
saying
just go
makes
to something
sense
else.
only with friends, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense in corporate settings.
Yeah.
When you're meeting up with your colleagues, you cannot be that picky.
But if you're on a video call, you don't eat, right? It's
No.
yeah.
So if you like, if I'm out with my colleagues for dinner, for lunch,
Oh, that's what you said.
yeah, then I can't just like be like, okay, you guys eat, I watch you, and then we go and I will eat over
I
there.
see what you mean. But
Yeah, I
can't
can't
you?
do that.
So if your colleagues pick a place where the only thing they have to eat is meat, why would you still go with them and eat meat?
No, then I just don't go at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So as a vegetarian in Paris, I'm used to having only one option.
Yeah.
That's for me, and I'm okay with that. I
So,
don't
so,
have
so
choices.
why don't you change this narrative to be respecting the rights fully? Like, well, if you're gonna go and there's no products for me to eat that are vegan, I'm not gonna go. Or I'm gonna just take my food that I grabbed from home, or I'm just gonna grab
No, I have
something
done
from
that.
somewhere else and meet you
I have
there.
done that.
Or
No, again, it makes sense what
Yeah.
you're saying, but it's not for every single day. When that's your life, you have to also adapt to other things.
and when that
You know?
isn't the case, do you
Yeah.
really think that it's fair for an animal to suffer because you didn't have any other choice?
It's suffering less. I'm not the one eating the meat.
No, but
You
they're
know what
still
I mean?
being impregnated, exploited, and killed, treated like an object, right? And
Yeah.
and I don't think there's any difference between
No,
eating
of
meat
course,
and eating cheese.
I agree with
think
what you're saying.
I think they're both the same for the
Yeah,
animals.
I agree with what you're saying, and as I said, I am a bit adaptive. Where I have the option, I take it. If
I understood
don't
that, but you
have-
understand what
yeah.
I mean, right? Like, because you say when I have the option, just as like it's a little bit like saying, I'm going out with my friends at work. There's only cheese there, but that's okay. You know, I feel like if I go somewhere where there's only cheese, I either don't go or I don't eat. For me, it's pretty easy. If I really want to go with those people, I don't have to eat every time.
And that's very good for you.
Yeah, but don't you think that you have a moral obligation towards these animals to not force them into slaughterhouses, to not treat them like objects?
I think moral obligations are some standards that are set, and it's like it's very individual. Everyone has different morals and ethics.
So do you think it's okay what we do to these animals?
No, of course not. That's what the entire
then-
conversation is about.
So then your morals do say that it is wrong, right?
Yeah, it is wrong, but at the same time, I also have to be social and adaptive. So I'm not really, just going and
We're going in
yeah,
circles.
Yeah.
Because you say you have to, I'm not saying don't be adaptive or social. I'm just saying in a situation where you have to be adaptive and social, just choose not to eat the animal products. That's it. But I'm not going to push you because I can't force you to do anything. I can only tell you that when you choose those products, an innocent animal will get exploited and slaughtered for you. And if you wouldn't choose meat, it's the same with dairy. It's exactly the same. There's no, in fact, I would say dairy products, cheese, all of this, are way more cruel than meat. Because for meat, the animal lives 1 year, they get killed. For dairy, for eggs, the animal gets repeatedly impregnated, repeatedly treated like an object, repeatedly used, and then they get killed when they're almost so emotionally drained and physically drained that I'm like, it's better if you kill them earlier rather than later. That's just how I see it. So if you think that meat is bad, but maybe meat is just a cultural thing for you, not necessarily that you think it's bad. I don't know how you see it, but
And I don't eat meat, so I don't think
I would
anything
say,
about it.
Yeah, I would say just like, if you think it's immoral, just ask yourself, because every injustice is that way at the end of the day, right? Like every injustice might, in a world where everybody participates in an injustice, you choosing to not be part of it may be difficult at times, but it's nothing compared to the individuals who suffer from the injustice.
No, of course, it makes sense, yes.
Okay, let me give you a card. So there's a documentary here called Dominion.
Okay.
I think you should watch that. Or if you want specifically for India, there's one called Makaduth.
Yeah.
Like it's mother's milk, yeah, in Hindu.
Okay.
Can you promise me you'll watch Dominion or the most important speech you'll ever hear? You might also like the most important
Yeah,
speech you'll ever
I
hear.
will- I
It
will, of
appears if
course,
you scan
watch
this QR code on top.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Yeah.
And until then, can you abstain from eating animal products?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I will try.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Okay, thank you. It was great speaking with
What's
you.
your name again?
Asmi.
Asmi, I'm Chip.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Asmi.
Nice to meet you.
Have a
Have a
good
nice
one,
day.
and let's respect animals, okay? Bye. So interesting that we had so many good conversations with people, and when somebody's a vegetarian, it just becomes a little bit more difficult for them to understand it, because he just kept saying the same thing over and over again, huh? Imagine feasibility of a dairy that never culled. Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. But she wasn't even saying that. Like some people are saying that. She was just saying that when she goes out for work, she has to eat the cheese because there's nothing else to eat. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't see it that way. I feel like, okay, if there's only meat, do you have to eat the meat? No. So then why is it that you don't apply the same logic to this? Because I don't think she's vegetarian because of the animals per se. I think she convinced herself that it's better for the animals. I think she's just vegetarian because of culture. I think at the end of the day, it's still a cultural thing. Okay, let me check the battery again. Hi. Stop gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping anybody. I'm just making sure that everybody understands what they're supporting. At the end of the day, I tried explaining to her that it's the same And yeah, I mean, it's not just the same, because I said, like, it's a little bit, I feel like dairy products are the worst, because at least for meat, you know that an animal is killed, you have a bigger connection with it. But for dairy, you have less of a connection, and the animal is in a worse situation. That's not to say that one is better than the other. I would say one is just less worse than the other. Love how you pointed out that milk is worse. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Nick. By the way, Nick, you can also write things. You don't have to donate. I appreciate it, but you don't have to donate. You can also write. Yeah. Yeah, so many people here in the chat are triggered by this idea. You can be triggered by it. It's okay. I'm sure you grew up eating some form of meat. I'm sure you grew up thinking that some animals, you know, it's okay to impregnate them, take their babies away, kill them, exploit them for milk, and all the things that we do to them. Or maybe you believe that no, there's a good way of happening. Oh, there's a humane way of killing them. Whatever it is that you believe that happens, I'm sure you believe that it all happens. And I'm also sure that when you replace that one animal with that other animal that you know it would be horrific to do this to them, like maybe a dog, maybe a cat, hell, maybe even a human, then you would all of a sudden feel outraged if somebody did that to a dog, a cat, or a human. But then, when you hear this, you might already say, well, what a stupid vegan, because these animals are made for this, these animals are made for that. But in reality, they are made for this or they are made for that. Who decides that? We do. So we can decide the same. We can say, well, these animals are now made for this. Who says one or the other? This human, I made this human for my purpose. I don't really care what they want to do with their life. I gave them life, therefore they must be subjugated to what I give them purpose. But you are rarer still, a voice for the voiceless, a heart beating for compassion. Thank you so much, Marcos. So I'm just saying, you know, like you gotta think a little bit in these terms, you know, it's not as easy as these animals were made like this, these animals were like this. Think a little bit of abstract. Think a little bit of the victim. I know you don't want to see animals as the individuals that they are. I know you probably are so detached and you don't even call humans animals, but humans are animals. We're all animals. We all feel, we all emote, we all have an experience of the world. We all feel anxiety, love, sadness, happiness, all of it. We all do. To exploit and kill one of them because we have power over them, that's just not something that I think we should do. And it's just not something that I would consider moral to do so. And if you think it is immoral also, well, luckily you can choose to stop it. You can choose to stop your contribution to it. That's essentially it. You can choose to stop your contribution to it. That could mean you could no longer be responsible for it. Would that make the world perfect? No. Would that still mean it happens? Of course, it will still happen. It's not gonna stop. But even if it's not gonna stop, even if, like we don't take any injustice in this world. Like take for instance the fact that people kill each other, the fact that people you know, don't respect each other's body autonomy, the fact that people take away rights from other people. We don't take all of this and say we should do it too because it will continue to happen in the world anyway, right? Or if somebody does it, it wouldn't be a good enough justification for them not to stop by saying, well, it's going to continue happening, right? People are going to kill each other anyway. Might as well I should continue killing, right? We don't take this approach because that's not how it works. It's not there's something bad happening in the world, might as well participate in it. No, it happens because people participate in it. It happens because you collectively choose to make it happen. So you can choose to stop. That's all I'm saying. And you will feel better about it. And whatever difficulty you may have, it can all, you know, it all pales into comparison when it comes to the difficulty that the animals feel. And I just want to say that if you do feel compelled to try, Also be sure to get your proper nutrients in, because a lot of the people, the issue is the nutrition. Be sure to maybe plan ahead a little bit. You just have to do it at first for a couple of times until you get used to it. But eventually it will be exactly as it is now. You not even thinking, you not even saying anything, just you enjoying some food or some product. Bodily autonomy over destroying animal fetus. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I'm in favor of body autonomy. I respect body autonomy because I want my body autonomy to be respected. I'm in favor of respecting body autonomy because in every situation, I would want my body autonomy to be respected. And by body autonomy, I mean I get to make the choices for my body. It's pretty simple. I make choices for my body, okay? Nobody makes choices for my body but myself. It's pretty easy. It's not even that difficult to understand. Means abortion is wrong. No, abortion is how do you not understand? It's my if my body contains if my body contains somebody else inside of them, inside of me, it's still my body. I can always choose to not want somebody inside my body. It's my body after all. It's pretty simple. Marcos, thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate you. Credit for your persistence. If you like animals so much, why are you beating this dead horse? I don't know what you mean by that expression, but I'm not insisting on anything other than we should be respecting animal rights. And this is what activism looks like, you know. If you want to ask yourself how can you make the world a better place? This is what it looks like. Activism. Being on the street every day or when you can. Having conversations with people, sometimes comfortable, sometimes uncomfortable. Speaking up, going to protests. It's not a one-off thing. Doing good, trying to make the world, being an activist, trying to make the world better is not a one thing. I did it once, that's it, I'm good. It's a continuous thing. You continuously fight, you continuously push. You know why? Because on the other side, they are also continuously pushing against the rights of animals, against the rights of humans. That's what you do. You continuously push. It's insane that we live in a society where you continuously have to hold the barrier towards human rights, towards animals' rights. But that's where we're at. That's what we're doing, and that's what it looks like. You may not like it that I have to do it every week, every other week. Sorry, I do it every week at least, but like I don't do it every day in the last couple of weeks. But I mean, I like it that I do it often, but that's what it looks like. You gotta do it often. You gotta do it more. You gotta do it. It's not easy. It's not always easy. You still gotta take care of yourself, of course, which I do. But you also gotta keep pushing. Because what was it that somebody said? I don't like to use expressions, but some of them I really like them. It takes only a couple of good men for evil to prevail. It only takes a good man to not do anything, or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly the phrase, but that's exactly what it is. In order for evil to prevail, all it takes is a couple of good men to no longer do anything about it. That's the sad reality. So, you know, if you're vegan, maybe go out there, speak for animals. Maybe donate to an animal sanctuary if you can't speak out for animals. Maybe have a conversation with a person or two. You see, sometimes there's people, like the last people who were here, they don't even know how to do it. That's the thing about it. They don't know how to do it. So in those situations, you being there, you handing them a card, you telling them about Challenge 22, might just be the one thing that saves hundreds of animals. You talking to them about the dairy industry might just be the one thing changing their mind or making the switch until the next switch and then they're vegan. You never know. That's the thing about it. And every single conversation, I feel like, as meaningless as it feels sometimes, or feels like sometimes, as silly as it feels like the people are reacting, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. The animals wouldn't be here if we didn't eat them. Wow. This is the argument where you, it feels like the last sort of grasp of arguments, isn't it? Because imagine, imagine if we had a society where we brought to life children and we exploited them and we used them, maybe we enslaved them. One could say exactly the same argument, couldn't one say that? They wouldn't exist unless we brought them into existence. Sure. So I would say this. First of all, you have no right to violate the body autonomy of an animal, first of all. Second of all, if you, as I said to so many people, happen to want to take care of some animals, want to protect them, want to feed them, whatever it is that you want to do, fine by me, have no problem with that, as long as you're respecting their freedom and their autonomy. And if those animals make a baby, that's no problem also there. But you see, you gotta understand that all of this, you have absolutely no right in the body or in saying what these animals do. You have no right to tell them whether to reproduce or not. You have no right to take their milk, their eggs, their anything away from them, because none of that belongs to you. It belongs to them. And you feeding them doesn't mean that you have the right to take that away from them. That's not a contract that any single animal has signed where they say, well, I give you food and you give me milk back, or I give you food and you give me eggs back. If they did not sign that contract, you cannot assume that they're okay with it. And you cannot just take it from them. So how about you just leave them alone? And if you care so much about their existence, let them breed, let them have their existence, feed them, take care of them, and that's it. Don't use them. Don't steal their babies. Don't force them into slaughterhouses. Don't eat their ass, their flesh, their everything. If you really care about that much about their existence, let them have existence, but that doesn't imply you using them, enslaving them, killing them. Okay? It's pretty simple. Yeah, James, I thought I don't give a fuck about their existence. They're born to be eaten, James. I thought you don't give a fuck about their existence. But you brought it up, didn't you, James? You were the ones who said, well, they didn't have a life if we didn't do this to them. That was your argument, which that argument says we should continue doing this because otherwise they wouldn't have a life. So if you don't care about them having a life, why did you even bring it up? Huh, James? Why? Because you didn't really care about any of it, as you just said. You just care about finding arguments so that you can continue doing what you're doing. Because somehow you think that if you find that one argument that we cannot rebuttal, then that is the argument that you need to hold on so that you don't feel bad about your choices. You don't need to do that, James. You can always change, man. You can always change. This whole idea of they're here to be eaten, it's a stupid one to begin with. It's the same thing that people said about other races. They're here to be enslaved. It's the same thing that people say about other animals. They're here to entertain me. It's about the same thing that people say about the animals we test on, like the beagles. They're here for us to test on them. None of it is fair. None of it is ethical. Because you know what? They're here to ... It's just something we say. It's, again, not a contract that they signed. None of them signed a contract saying, okay, I want existence in exchange for you using me. None of them said that. So if you give them existence, you might as well respect what they want to do with that existence. Otherwise, don't give them existence. If you can't respect somebody's will, and I mean this for kids, I mean this for animals, I mean this for everybody. If you can't respect what they want to do with their life, if you can't look after their interests, then do not have kids, do not have animals, do not have pets, do not have any of it. Okay? Let's keep an eye on the battery. Battery is still good. Tyler says I'm contradicting myself. How am I contradicting myself, Tyler? How am I contradicting myself? What is it that you misunderstood from what I just said? Maybe I'll repeat it. You think cows would want to go extinct? No, I don't think cows would want to go extinct. I think you saying that I think we should not be controlling the breeding process of cows. I think that once a cow is brought into existence, we should not be using their body for what we want. And I think that once we deem a cow as no longer useful to us, we should not be killing them. So I think if a cow has existence, and if we care so much of the species, we can protect them, we can keep them in sanctuaries, we can give them food and take care of them, but we don't need to be exploiting them or bringing them into existence for our own wants, needs, and well, not even needs, because it's our own wants and desires, or to make money out of it. I don't think we should be doing that. Yeah, I think that's immoral. I mean, that's immoral in my book because I value body autonomy. But if you don't value body autonomy, if you think that somebody bringing to life a human to make them a slave is okay, because you gave them existence, or because I don't want the human race to go extinct, or whatever reason you come up with, then if you think that's okay, then you should also be okay with your parents enslaving you. And if you're okay with that, then you at least be morally consistent. You'd be a bit crazy to be okay with that, but you would at least be morally consistent. And that's a judgment call on my end, calling you crazy, but who would want to be enslaved, huh? That would be a crazy thing to want. Lewis says humans are animals. Yeah, Lewis, it's insane that people don't know that humans are animals. It's insane that people don't know that humans are animals. You're trying to enforce your beliefs on other people, says Tyler. So Tyler, which part am I enforcing my beliefs on? Tell me. Is it that animal cruelty is bad? Do you think animal cruelty is good, Tyler? Are you in favor of animal cruelty?
Just in case they react a bit weirdly.
Are you in favor of bringing to life dogs and killing them so we can make punching bags out of their bodies? Are you in favor of that, Tyler? Acting like you're better than everyone else, says James H. You see, James H., that's actually a projection on your end, because I don't think that I'm better than anybody else. In fact, if you knew me at all, you would know how much of an imposter syndrome I have. You would know how much I hate myself a lot of the times. You would know how much I argue with myself, how much I beat myself. So you claiming that I think I'm better than everybody else is factually wrong, sir. So maybe that should tell you that this is just a projection, that you're just projecting your insecurity onto me. Maybe you're just projecting the fact that you feel like I'm better than you because I'm actually living up to my own values. Well, you could do too. I'm not here to tell you that I'm better. I'm just here to tell you that you can do it too. And I'm here to help you out. You have several resources in the description of this stream to help you out with that. But I yap away, and when I yap, people don't stop, so let's see if I can get some people to stop, have conversations with them. Why aren't your clothes living to your values? My clothes are vegan. I don't know what you mean by that. My clothes are vegan, and they are living up to my values. But that's always the case, isn't it? If you're not the first person to come into this stream. In fact, in every single stream, and I stream quite often, there's at least one or two people coming in and judging my clothes for some reason, as if that's a like a gotcha. You see, I gotcha. So you see, you're imperfect. You're imperfect. You're a piece of shit. That means I can exploit and kill animals because you're a piece of shit. You see, the logic doesn't work, does it? The logic fails even in that situation. Even if I did have clothes, I do not. But let's imagine that I did. Even if I had clothes that were made of animal products on me, how would that morally justify you doing the same, or you having animal products for food, for optional food, for any of it? Like, it doesn't take away from the message that I'm trying to say. I am vegan. I do respect animals. I don't use them to wear their skin or anything like that. But even if I did, me being an animal rights activist and the message that I'm saying and talking to people about it would not take away from the action. It would make me a hypocrite if I did that. That's true. But it would still not take away from the message that I'm trying to say. Well, luckily, I'm not a hypocrite in this regard, so. Respect again. You want to try a social experiment? Is eating fish considered vegan? Well, is taking a sentient being outside of its place where it can breathe, suffocating them to death so that you can put their flesh in your mouth because you like the taste of their flesh, vegan? No, it is not. Hey, Sensi. Trying to use imaginary morals to justify criticizing other people's behavior is projection, ask Freud. So funny, man. It's so funny how triggered some people are here. They come in here and they really want to attack me. That's what they do, because that's why people come here. Instead of listening to what I'm saying, instead of listening to the idea of animal exploitation being bad, instead of hearing the fact that you can choose otherwise, you can choose to not exploit animals, because that message would hold you accountable. That message would mean you have to change. You know what the easier way is? The easier way is attacking the person who's saying that, because if the person who's saying that is a piece of shit, then you don't need to change, huh? Then the person who's saying that, you don't need to change. You can just not listen to this person, because if they're a piece of shit, they might not be right? That's the logic, isn't it? Imagine that. Legalize animal abuse. What do you think? We gotta get milk from them, huh? How else would we get milk if we don't abuse them a little bit? Okay. Legalize animal abuse. We gotta get milk and eggs from them. Well, we don't have to. I want to. I want to eat milk. So let's abuse animals. I want to drink a lot of milk. Otherwise, how we gotta abuse animals. I want to drink milk, so let's abuse animals. Come on. Cheese is good, therefore it's justified to abuse animals. I got 5 more minutes, everybody. I'm doing this again. I'm doing this again. You better expect it. It's becoming a new norm, everybody. At the end of the streams, we're gonna be doing this. Why not? Martin, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Legalize animal abuse. Cheese tastes good, therefore it's okay to abuse cows for cheese. Let's abuse cows. Cheese tastes so good, right? Yeah. I mean, we gotta abuse cows. Let's abuse cows. I like cheese, right? You like it too. We gotta abuse cows, right? Otherwise, how would we get cheese? Thank you, Martin. Let's get milk from cows. Let's abuse cows. Let's eat cheese. Let's abuse cows. Legalize animal abuse. Cheese tastes good, therefore it's justified to abuse cows. Because cheese tastes good. I like cheese, therefore we should exploit animals for it. We should abuse cows because I like cheese. Yeah, we gotta impregnate them, steal their babies, so that we can get... I was attacked by a little... Damn you, little... What do I call you? Coming right for my mouth. Look at this little guy. Even they don't like what I'm saying, huh? What do you call them? These little red. I forgot. I always forget the name. Ladybug, yeah. Ladybugs love me, as I said. Often they come like that at me. I don't know why. Yeah, yeah. Move on. But this time they came right for my mouth, huh? Luckily I closed my mouth. Let's abuse cows. I like cheese, so therefore it's justified to abuse cows. Chip gets all them ladies. That's so funny. That's a really funny one. Funny, funny. I like that. I like cheese, so let's abuse cows. Let's abuse cows so that I get more cheese. Let's impregnate cows and steal their babies. Let's do that for cheese, come on. Cheese tastes good, therefore it's justified to abuse cows. My battery's acting up again. Ladybird, ladybird, ladybug. Legalize animal abuse. Cheese tastes really good, so we gotta abuse cows. Because cheese tastes good, therefore abusing cows is justified. Legalize animal abuse. We gotta get cheese from them. There's nobody there. Bro, what about you abusing plants? Ah, so funny. Me abusing plants, as if. It's funny. I'll let you figure that one out for yourself, okay? Legalize animal abuse. I like cheese, therefore it's justified to abuse cows to get cheese out of them. We gotta get that milk. If we don't abuse the cows, how else would we get the milk? How else would we make that delicious cheese if we don't abuse cows, huh? I have no clue how some people like it, some people don't, I see. Let's abuse milk. Let's abuse cows because I like milk and cheese. Cheese tastes good, therefore it's justified to impregnate cows, take away their babies and kill them all. Because cheese tastes good. One of the girls actually got it. She's like, you know, he's right. Cheese tastes good, therefore it's justified to impregnate cows, take away their babies, and kill them all. Because cheese tastes good, it's okay to abuse animals. We gotta abuse cows, because cheese tastes so damn good. Cheese is animal abuse, but that's okay because cheese is good. Yeah, I got like 10 minutes left in me. Do you like the taste of cheese? Cheese tastes good, right? Do you think it's justified that we inseminate cows, we forcefully inseminate them, we separate their babies, we kill them, we kill the babies, all of it to make cheese?
I don't really know. It depends on
It depends.
how bad
It's pretty bad, I would say. The fact that we impregnate the cows so that we can get them pregnant, so that they can produce milk.
Yeah, usually when I get the cheese, it's from I don't know what they're called. It's
Like a local farm.
yeah, they only use the excess milk, the one that if it says here or there, it's bad for the cows. So
How many, if you look at the local farm, you'll see that there's mostly just females and maybe 1 or 2 males. Do you know how that happens?
because they only need them to breed.
Yeah,
but-
they kill the males.
Ah,
With if a baby is born male, they kill him.
No, where I'm from, no, because they use them. Yeah, we
Where you
produce a
from?
lot of meat. I'm from Italy.
Oh, it happens so badly in Italy. They impregnate the cows. They separate the babies from the mother. Sometimes they keep them with the mother, but most of the times they separate
No,
them.
where I buy the cheese, it's so good. I mean, because I know the owners, so
They still kill the cows when they can no longer produce milk. You know that, right?
when they cannot know, but
Yeah.
just
But
because
what age do you think that happens?
it's quite early, I know that,
Yeah.
but it's
Is that justified?
I don't know. We've always killed other species.
Does that make it justified?
I don't know. I
don't
don't know. That doesn't mean yes, but not even no, because.
Watch the menu.
Okay, thank you.
You'll see what I mean. Okay.
you.
Cheers, man. Damn, my phone keeps acting up. I don't know if you guys heard the conversation. Wasn't the big deal. He said in Italy it doesn't happen. Let's abuse animals. I like cheese, therefore abusing the animals is justified. Let's impregnate cows, steal their babies, kill their babies and kill the cows. I like cheese, therefore it's justified to abuse cows. Cheese tastes so good, so obviously it's justified to abuse the cows, right? I mean, we're superior. We abuse and destroy, but we're superior somehow. Yeah, let's abuse animals. I like cheese. I like cheese, so we should abuse animals. Let's abuse animals because I like cheese. We gotta abuse them cows, huh? Gotta get them pregnant, steal their babies, kill their babies, and kill them also. How else would we get that delicious cheese without abusing them cows? Gotta abuse them. Treat them like objects. Let's treat animals like objects because we like cheese. If cheese tastes good, then it's justified to abuse animals. It's justified to impregnate animals because we like the taste of cheese. Cheese tastes good, therefore abusing animals, abusing cows to make cheese is okay. Actually, this is a pretty good form of activism, huh? I know people don't like it, but there's a lot of people who are actually there's a lot of people here who are actually thinking. Yeah, let's abuse animals. Animal abuse is okay as long as we get cheese out of them. If we abuse cows for cheese, it's good because cheese tastes good. Reverse psychology. Yeah, I feel like some people laugh. Some people think. I saw a girl who was like affected by my sign, was like, look what he's saying. He's saying animals abuse is okay. And she really wanted to like come and tell me something. Animal abuse should be legalized. We gotta get cheese from animals, therefore it's okay to abuse them because cheese tastes good. It's okay to abuse animals for cheese. Cheese tastes good, so it's fine. We just gotta impregnate them, kill their babies, and kill the cows. That's all good, right? Think, people, use your brain. I like cheese, therefore it's okay to abuse cows. It's okay to impregnate cows, kill their babies and kill them also, because I like cheese. Some people really get it. I really like it. I really like the people that actually get the sarcasm. I really like them. They walk away and, Chip, do you mind if I try this next time? Please, Jake, please try it. Let's kill babies. Let's kill baby cows because I like milk and I like cheese. We gotta abuse cows. If we don't abuse cows, how else could we get cheese out of them? Cheese tastes good, therefore it's justified to abuse cows. Of course, right? Yeah. We gotta abuse cows, everybody. I like cheese, so therefore it's okay to impregnate cows, take away their babies, and kill them. Because I like cheese. If I like cheese, that means exploiting and killing cows is justified. That means treating cows like objects is okay. It's okay to impregnate cows, kill their babies, kill the cows, all of it because I like the cheese. You should try it, Jake. I'm curious what you'll see from it. Legalize animal abuse. We gotta get milk and eggs from them. Let's abuse animals. Otherwise, how would we get milk and eggs from them? My battery again. You finally lost it. I didn't lose it. Just trying new things, man. You know, all these people, they come passing by and they say, do you agree with it? I'm just saying we should legalize animal abuse. Cheese tastes so good, so it's okay to abuse animals because I like cheese. Right? It's okay to abuse them. I mean, cheese tastes good, therefore abusing animals to make cheese is okay. Impregnating cows, stealing their babies, killing the cows also. All of it because I like cheese. It's all good. Abusing cows is all good because I like cheese. I like cheese, therefore we should abuse cows because I like cheese. I'm gonna stand in front of a cheese store and do this. You know what? I actually am gonna do this. I'm gonna stand in, there's cheese stores here in Amsterdam. I'm gonna stand in front of a cheese store and yell this out loud. I like cheese, therefore it's okay to abuse cows. Let's abuse cows because I like cheese. If we don't abuse cows, we can't get cheese from them. So we gotta abuse the cows because I like cheese. Abusing cows is okay because I like cheese. Yeah, we impregnate them, kill their babies, kill them. That's okay. All of it is good.
I agree. Eat milk. Eat
Yeah,
eggs.
yeah, abuse animals. You're right.
Now, abuse is a strong word.
Are you vegan?
No.
So you support animal abuse?
And you, do you?
I'm vegan. I don't support animal abuse.
You're
Yeah.
doing reverse psychology on
Yeah, yeah. I mean, most people are against animal abuse until it comes to the food that the items that come on their plate, you know. Then they ignore it.
Pro animal abuse, but we've always consumed things from animals.
Yeah, we've always abused animals. That's true. But nowadays we don't need to do it. At some point we needed to do it, but nowadays we don't need to do it. That's the difference. So nowadays we can choose to be vegan and not abuse animals.
That's cool. That's cool. It's good that you're doing that.
Yeah. Well, it would be better if you guys wouldn't pay for the abuse.
It would be better.
It would be better,
But it's
wouldn't
not
it?
the case.
It's not the case, yeah. Well, cows are forcefully inseminated, have their babies taken from them, have their babies killed, have their babies impregnated repeatedly.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
All of it for milk and cheese. All of it for cheese. All of it because you pay for it. Jake says, "What about dog cheese?" That's it, everybody. I'm done. I'm done with people and their thing. But what I am going to do is take you on a little bit of a joyride with me. Gonna take you on a joyride over here in the beautiful museum plain, huh? Quits like all vegan. Man, it's so funny. People don't like it when I continue doing it. People don't like it when I stop doing it. That's insane, huh? That's okay, everybody. That's okay. I'm gonna be back. I don't know when I'll be back, actually. Maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I don't know yet. It's a weird period. On Tuesday, there's a big personality coming over here in Amsterdam, and they're gonna stay at my house. There's a really important person coming over. They're like They're like a big deal in the animal rights community. They're a big deal. They're a very smart person. Yeah, it's the chip paradox. Yeah, and on Tuesday that that 40-year-old vegan is coming. It's coming to Amsterdam, so we might do some outreach together. That stuff in the end was brilliant. You liked it, Nick? I like it too. I like it too. It's also a good way to, you know, release a little bit of that tension, isn't it? It's a good way to release that tension to just be sarcastic a little bit, to understand the ridiculousness that some people say. Oh, there he is. David is here. Oh boy. Looking forward for that, David. Okay, let's do the transition, everybody. I wish I was vegan, but I love meat. You can be vegan even if you love meat. You can have plant-based meat. You can have printed meat. Nowadays, there's so many options. And the taste difference is really not that different. Hey, Peg, nice to see you here. I didn't know you were here. Congratulations, Peg, on also being a certified nutritionist. Chip and David, two legends. Indeed, Martin. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see David. We're going to do some activism together also. Would you listen to Tobias to deal with childism? I actually was listening to, I listened to the first part of the conversation between Tobias and, well, on David's channel. What was it? Tobias and, damn it, I always forget his name. The AV guy. Okay. I haven't listened to all of it though. I will listen to all of it and form an opinion afterwards. Sorry everybody, it's a bit shaky. Hold it together, hold it together. Okay, let me pack this and we'll go, okay? Take you a little bit of a joyride again. I mean, I've shown you this place a couple of times. I want to show you a little bit of what they're changing. It's going to look pretty cool. And then we'll go. We'll also see what Vegan Future Amsterdam is doing, just to get a little bit of our hopes up. Wait, the battery. Fly Sensi is a member. Thank you so much, Sensi, for being a member. Thank you for being here and being a member. Yeah. I think this last thing of just asking people and being absurd with them, but you have to be really absurd, you know, like people have to really understand the absurdity, right? They really have to understand that, I mean, that it's bad, right? That's why I'm using the word abuse, because otherwise people wouldn't really get it, would they? So if you are gonna try that, make sure that it's understandable that you're sarcastic. A lot of people don't get it, sadly. A lot of people don't get sarcasm too easily. Okay, I'll put you here. I have everything here. The battery is not gonna last long. That's okay. I just don't judge people for what they want to eat. Nobody cares about what people want to eat. I just care about the needless animal exploitation that they're supporting. I don't care what people eat. I'm not judging people for what they eat. I'm judging people for what they're supporting. Huh? I'm judging people for supporting violence towards innocent animals. I'm judging people for paying for animals to be put into slaughterhouses for a product that they don't need. I don't care if that product is food. I don't care if that product is clothes. I don't care if that product is a cosmetic. I just care that they're forcing animals into slaughterhouses for that product, and they don't need to. You know, that's all it is. And I gotta give a shout out. To Draculum. We have this little contest on our channel where we have a little contest where the person who comments first on the stream gets a shout out. Shout out to Draculum because he was the first to comment. Speedy Draculum. And also Draculum, thank you for being in the chat, having conversations with people. I really appreciate you doing that. Okay. Okay. Let me show you guys around. So I wanted to show you a little bit of something. Well, first of all, there's these people who are dancing. But look, these trees were not there. They planted these trees. And I think if you can see, oh shit. Sorry, I'm very shaky because I'm holding a lot of stuff. Okay, so I think if you can see, is that they're gonna make this large water, this pool of water, and they're gonna have trees on either side, and it's gonna look so cool. Actually, you saw enough of me today. Let me show you as I'm walking more of this atmosphere, what's going on here in this market. And maybe, okay, maybe not be zoomed in so that it's not so shaky anymore. And let's see where Lodewijk and Vegan Future are. Look at this, is how you make TikToks. In case you weren't aware of how TikToks are made, this is how it is. Yeah, you see, so they're gonna be, I think they made this the pool of water extremely big. It was very small before. They made it way larger. Oh, let's go through the trees because that's a nicer view. And I think they're gonna plant trees alongside of it so that you can walk by. It's always so pretty here. Amsterdam, yeah. This is Amsterdam. It's Amsterdam Museum Plein. Just walking along, minding our own business. I'm looking forward for when that video is gonna drop, everybody, so that we can watch it together. Video that I made yesterday, that I was in yesterday. I can't tell you more about it, sadly, and I also don't know when it's gonna go live, when it's gonna be published, but when it is gonna be published, I think it has potential to be really good for us. This is Moko Museum. This is where we always meet the activists in front of. And there's a bunch of activists already there. I'm gonna walk towards it. Why are you pestering people? I'm fighting for animal rights. I'm only having conversations with people that stop by. I was also telling people about cheese and stuff, but you know, I'm not stopping anybody. If they don't like it, they can walk away. It's a lot of bikes. See some activists over here speaking to people. There's 3 activists there. Some activists over there. Some more activists there. Okay, we got a lot of activists, everybody, and I'm just gonna be sitting here in the shade. I'm gonna be turning this around. Yeah, I wish I could like show you guys more around, but you guys need to tell me what you want to see, because I don't know, like, you know, to me all of this is just normal, right? I'm here almost always, and it's like I see it always, so if you want to see something else, let me know. So yeah, so I was looking at the activists. There's 5 activists right now. Yeah, a lot, you know, it's August. A lot of people are on vacations. Get some girl activists. I swear I'll go vegan. There's 2 girl activists today here. Do a stream with vegan gains. Yeah, I think, I don't know if Vegan Gains wants to do a stream with me, first of all. And second, what would we be doing on that stream? I mean, I feel like Vegan Gains is a different type of person than I am, isn't he? And while we agree on the vegan part, not sure we agree on all the other parts, but yeah. Do you go for walks? Can you show us your favorite walking track or something? I can show you my favorite park. I walk in Vondel Park a lot, but that's not my favorite park. I could take you on a walk in my favorite park at some point, but it's not here. It's pretty far away from here, and I would have to take the bike and everything. I can't be around the vegan gains, yeah. Yeah, vegan gains loves debates. Unfortunately, I don't love debates. I mean, I like to listen to them and I like to do them sometimes, but I don't know, debating with somebody that I mostly agree with, I don't really like, so, you know. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for being here. I'm only keeping my sunglasses on, by the way, because I'm pretty tired, and I have huge light sensitivity when I'm tired. There's a couple of pigeons here. Let me show you. My battery is gonna die soon. You see them? Look at them, just pecking away in the grass. Look at them cuties. Look at them. Minding their own business. Whoop. Chip gets cooked. Luca, as I said, you know, you love that. Chip doesn't like debates because he gets cooked. Nah, I don't like debates because, you know, in debates it's always, like, unless they're formal, and then I kind of like debates. Most of the times they're informal and it just ends up being contradictory talk, which I don't like. I like having conversations with people who don't deny hypotheticals, you know. Sadly, we need hypotheticals to prove our point because we live in a world where, wait, somebody asked me, do you know Mel and Steve? I'll answer that in a second. So sadly, we live in a world where pretty much animal agriculture or animal rights have been the way that they are for thousands of years. So pretty much we've chiseled away at every argument. So you kind of need to bring in our hypotheticals. Otherwise, you know, as I said, we chiseled away at it, and every single thing that you could ask, well, why are you okay with that? Most people just reply with, well, either because they're an animal or because you're okay with it. So you kind of need to go outside of it because they can't answer why it's okay to do that to an animal. So that's why you gotta. I can mod for you if you want to debate, says Jake. That's good to know. Thank you. Yeah. But that's it, everybody. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see you again on Tuesday or on Wednesday, as I said. Next week it's gonna be vegan camp out. I'm gonna leave on Friday with David also, and yeah, debates can be performative and theatrical as opposed to finding the truth. Yeah, Luca, that's what I don't like about them. Do I know Mel and Steve? I saw you asking me that. Not personally, I speak to them from time to time, but you know, I mean, I know them as much as I know who David Rams or anybody else, right? They're like, we sometimes meet, we sometimes chat in WhatsApp or whatever, but that's it, nothing more. Yeah, so I'm going to be at Vegan Campout next week. It's at the end of the week in UK. If you guys are there, come say hello. That would be cool. I will just be walking around, so if you see me, just like, hey, you're Chip. Yeah, I'm X, and I want to say hello. Thank you. Hi. I like meeting people. But that also means that next weekend I won't do any activism because I'll be at Vegan Campout, and it also means that we'll just have a limited amount of activism next week. But then things will get better, back to normal, or at least better. Cows, tits, cheese, procuring animal cruelty. Is it okay? Is it okay if the cow isn't suffering? Is it okay if we impregnate a human female as long as they're not suffering? Well, I would say no. So why would it be okay if we did the same to an animal, huh? Same thing. Talk to George Martin. I had a conversation with George Martin. George Martin, I talk actually more often than not often. We definitely don't share the same views when it comes to political stuff, right? Like the vaccines and abortion and everything else, right? I think he doesn't say he's right-wing, but he's pretty much right-wing. Otherwise, yeah, we agree on a lot of stuff about animal rights. You know, honestly, I'm not. I know there's a lot of activists out there who refuse to work with other activists because of their other views. And for me, I do have thresholds also, like I definitely do. It's just that for me, I guess the way I see it with these other thresholds for me, it's more like if it's something that's out of the ordinary, where most people aren't that way, or it's just something special. Hello everyone, sorry. My battery died, my phone is shit. I just wanted to say goodbye to everyone before I go. I'll tell you the whole story another time, I guess, because it becomes a long story. I gotta go get yeah, I'm back because I didn't want to end the stream like that. I like ending the stream in a normal way. But I gotta go because there's a store that I need to catch that closes at 5 p.m. and only opens up on Wednesday. So I gotta catch it. Thank you so much everybody for being here. I really do appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the people in the chat who are moderating. Everybody doing an amazing job. I even appreciate everybody who's really trying to be first in the comments. All of it, I feel like it's just making my life as an activist a little bit easier. And I appreciate you because, you know, being an activist, an animal rights activist specifically, that's so fucking hard sometimes. Please also support other activists if you can. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Let me see how I can end this. I have a lot of stuff on me. I also have the VR and everything, so I'll see you in the next one, everybody.